Have you heard about the World Airsoft Games?
The commentary cured my ADHD.
Tag World Airsoft Games in the comments and let them know you want us to be the commentators next year.
How often does it rain? It's like, like once a year.
Yeah, of course it's on the day of the Airsoft game.
Of course it was on the day of the Tactical Airsoft Game. Yeah.
Dude, airsoft sucks.
Yeah.
No matter where you bring airsoft, rain will follow.
What would you think about that?
No,
It would eliminate.
what? Then their mini maps have to be clear, like they work in a warehouse. You can see everything that's inside.
All right,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
we're
on,
talking-
hold on,
I'm
both of
talking-
you, before you turn this into a domestic like you always
I
do.
don't negotiate with terrorists.
Anthony, we're-
Shitters be
Anthony,
dead.
we're
Shut
not
the
so- You're an idiot.
Somebody said the Zulu 24 podcast has way too much censorship in general.
Nope. And you're the reason.
It has just enough.
I've got to say something that's really horrible.
Really? You guys.
You are not the captain of this ship.
We
You guys.
It's too soon.
we are trolling Anthony so hard.
What do you mean?
soon.
I also value keeping spirits up.
All right, are you ready?
I don't air my dirty laundry
Anthony,
all the time.
Are you ready to start? Are you ready to start? Let's get. We got it. Today we got to make sure that we say that we like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment. It definitely helps the algorithm get out this content to more of you.
We'll find a way to work it in.
That's all.
It's got to feel natural.
It's got to feel natural, but we just got to remember.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Zulu 24
No.
podcast. Remember to like, comment, subscribe so we can get that AdSense money sent straight to power. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Zulu 24 podcast. As always, my name is Dave.
Yeah, I shut everyone's off. I have the power.
Still running that ad. You're still running the ad where he's like, you have to put in your size.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, we have to.
After the episode where you guys were like, no, we changed it. Nope, he's still doing it. Go buy our merch. Turns out it says everything's out of stock until you put in your size.
Anthony, you ready?
I know you didn't take your Adderall, so I'm not even going to ask.
You want to know something? You know why I'm a little late today?
Go on.
What time do you think I went to bed last night?
Oh, I have a good idea. About 2:45.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because he texted me. I saw it this morning. He texted me at 2:45. I was like, God.
What were you doing? Well, never mind.
Well, what do you
He
think?
was wrestling that.
Yeah, I was going to say probably that.
Yes, he was doing that.
playing Battlefield with Anthony.
He was
The battlefields. We were playing Operation Firestorm. We were simulating what would happen if we were invading. Up the draft.
Man,
We've upped the draft limit to 42, which makes me eligible, which is totally ridiculous.
There is oil in Firestorm.
When Battlefield 6 got announced,
That's what's on
I got
fire.
really excited that they might bring back some Battlefield 3 maps, and one of my favorite maps was Karg Island. That's
Everyone loves
definitely
that.
off the table now.
yeah.
It's a very good one. It's really, I can't even imagine. And if the Battlefield 3 servers are still up,
They are still up, and they are still running.
the Crag Island ones, what are the server names? like,
Oh my God. Found footage.
Yeah, no, found footage. It's probably like, hey, play this map to help you train. Train like you fight.
God. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Zulu 24 podcast. As always, I'm joined by Anthony from Antec Airsoft Studios, Jordan from Zulu Outdoor, and today we have a special guest. You've seen him before. You know him. He's Red Drink Rich.
Yep.
Richard, how are you?
I'm doing good.
So,
How are you?
Fit piece of shit.
fit piece.
He's losing weight, so now he's fit piece of shit.
I have lost weight. I still get the small chair though, so I still look like I'm.
You're being,
Oh, yeah, I should
you're
probably
being height mogged.
Yeah, I'm getting mogged. I'm
You're
getting
getting height mogged. Man, my mouth didn't work. Have you heard about the World Airsoft Games?
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh, Dave.
I mean,
There's a lot of good and a lot of bad with it.
I mean, you're gonna have that they actually are trying to do that is an undertaking, because at the end of the day, it's not like the paintball stuff because the projectiles are much smaller. I only watched some clips. That's about it. I know that they were talking about how some of the cameras could watch BBs. Was there the high speed footage that was able to see BBs hit players? Because if that's the case, they were.
So, I tried. I gave it the good old college try at home on my TV, you know, trying to watch it and like just kind of see what it's all about. And I'll be 100% honest. I turned it off after like 3 minutes because nothing was happening on the screen, and the commentary was so bad that you could have the most engaging gameplay in the whole world on the fucking screen, but the commentary was so bad that I can't do it. And then I was like, you know, Thursday or Friday, I was like, fuck, and like we're gonna sit down and do the podcast, you know, and we should talk about it. We should talk about the World Airsoft Games, right?
The commentary cured my ADHD. That's how boring
Well,
it was.
was it because the commentary? Now, so for some people that didn't listen to it, I didn't see it. Is the commentary where they couldn't keep up with what was going on, or were they not? They weren't talking about it.
Dude,
so like, unlike,
they're like,
so
looks
they
like
were
he has
better
a,
off-
looks like he has a pouch there on his.
No, not
liquor.
even. I subjected myself to over an hour.
So there was
of
no
this.
one that was actually saying, "Oh, well, you can see the team from Brazil doing a flanking maneuver, and you know, if you were doing that, you'd there was nothing like game analysis like they do with an actual commentator. It was more like, what best airsoft gun? It was that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Here's the caveat, right? Okay, this is the first time they're doing it.
Yeah.
The one that I was subjecting myself to was the first day. It was day 2 of the tournament, but it was the first day of like the tactical
one. Oh, well,
right?
we should say this. We're not. We want this to work. We want it to work. We want this to work.
We want it to work.
We want it to work because like more
It's
popularity
just the
is
fact
great.
that it felt like the commentators they got didn't actually know anything about airsoft.
Or they were like very new to airsoft.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, it's in Dubai. Sorry, not Dubai. It's in UAE and Abu Dhabi. Like you said before we started recording, there's probably a laundry list of shit they're not allowed to say or whatever, right? Local laws and customs, whatever. But it was so bad that I was like, I can't do it. So Friday, while I was cooking dinner. Oh no, this is yesterday. Yesterday when I was cooking dinner, Sunday, I was like, I gotta listen to some of it. Like, so now I'm listening through a Bluetooth speaker, right? Because the job of a commentator is like to let you know what's going on when you're not watching, right?
Yeah,
It's
or have at least to paint a picture. of some
radio
kind.
broadcast kind of mentality, right? They are talking about everything else under the sun. You know, is HBA better? Is AEGs better? I can hear happening in the background. There's grenades going off. You can hear shooting, and they're talking about everything else, dude. And
What gets more affected by the rain, the AEGs or the HPA guns?
Yeah.
I don't know who's hitting who right now.
yeah, we don't know because you're not saying any. And then like every once in a while, we'll be like, oh, there's an elimination.
Like I can
And you're
understand, like I can understand that kind of commentary. Like, what would be a better gun for this style of play? Like before the game starts, like you're making like a breakdown where it's like, oh, this is, you know, like the typical like what is it, the college football, like I'm fucking Sam Smith from Boston University.
Yeah.
And like it's just a list of like all the wacky names that they'll be.
Brother. So there was like shit happening, and they're having these conversations about like how, you know, airsoft guns aren't real and like the bomb prop's not real, and maybe that's like a regional thing. Maybe they're like,
Or they just touched on for about 12 seconds that the attacking team during their attack and defend game mode rolls in on a Bearcat.
oh,
Like an armored vehicle.
Yeah. They could have been like, yo, something unique. They never really talked
Wow.
about it.
Like 12
Okay.
seconds max. And you're just like, that's kind of cool, man. Maybe you should talk about that. Like the airsofters that are going to watch this are sitting there being like, this is cool, but they don't know what's going on. Because
Yeah, like
even the game modes, we didn't know half the time what was actually going on with the game modes because they're just like, all right, game is on. What are they playing?
There's a couple different game modes, only because I was listening on the drive here as well.
Did anybody wear an Op4 kit?
There's a lot of rules about what you can and can't wear. Sandals being one of them.
I just want to look like the bad guys, you know?
yeah. And, you know, so they're talking about, there's like a battle royale mode where just, I guess there's like 4 different fields.
Yeah. I saw a breakdown of that.
And they combine all those fields. And so every team is like, you know, jostling. Like that could be interesting. That could be cool. But the game I think that they were playing was just plant and defuse bomb. Like that's it, which is fine. Very simple game, right?
I think it's
like
5-man team, right? Something like that.
5-man team. You have 5 minutes to do something, but they don't ever explain that. There's also like like in the top of the screen, there's like the 3-letter abbreviation for each team, and then their country flag, and then a number. Mm-hmm. They never explain what those numbers are. I assume it's how many players are left on that team, or how many eliminations they've had, or their points. I don't know because they don't talk about it. And they're just dry, dude. It's so dry, and they're talking about everything else except for the shit happening behind them. And you're like, I want to know, because they can obviously see more than we can at home or through YouTube or whatever.
I feel like that. You know what?
Wow.
Look, you guys want some really lively commentators? The Zulu 24 podcast bros. We get Jordan and we get Jordan and Dave up in the studio, and we get Anthony and I on the field, and we're interviewing
we didn't even think about that.
All right, let me do the post-game interview with all right, so what do you feel about this? How do you feel about this?
You got your shit pushed in. How does that make you feel?
Because we were making jokes. We're like, we should start the whole internet trend of tag World Airsoft League in the comments, or World Airsoft Games.
World Airsoft Games.
Tag World Airsoft Games in the comments and let them know you want us to be the commentators next year. But that's an even better idea of you have Dave and I doing like the main stuff, and you two down there is like the correspondence on the field. You get them like right as they're coming off the field, where you're like, how was it?
I have to be, and then I would want to be near like somewhere off the side, but then I have a one of the big screens where I can actually like, there's a picture and be like, look, see, if I was here, if I was doing this, I'd circle this and I'd go around here and I'd show, and I have arrows and be like this, and I'd be like,
he's got an iPad with a playbook, like
like that, and be like, I would definitely like do something like that. You can make it entertaining like that. That would be.
It's gotta be.
It has to be.
I'm 10 years in the future in my head with this already. I'm excited for when they start drafting airsofters to live in different countries to play on a fucking airsoft sports team.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because like when you look at it from a production
think 5 people
standpoint,
isn't enough. I think they should have went to 10, but I don't know why. Maybe they couldn't get that many people.
If you watch it, it looks a lot like the
CS:GO.
international sniper challenge, like the SWAT team challenge.
Yeah.
Like
Same producers,
that's
yep.
like a 5-man team doing a SWAT challenge.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like they took the same production style and quality and copy pasted it to do force on force. Genius idea, which also leads me into the fact that later on I'm going to tell you guys how I think it should be gas guns only, because that's true force on force. But because of that, it would play out really well if we did it in that format. But that also means that they should change some of the rules, in my opinion. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah. So, man, big L. The tournament itself, or the World Airsoft Games themselves, are probably fantastic.
Now, how about like if you muted it and watched the actual players? Was the players like playing well?
So this is the other thing. So no, but that's fine, right? Like first time, right?
It's kind of like them trying to make X Games for airsoft.
So here's
They don't have like you don't know any skateboarders if I name them to you, but like they don't have Nigel Houston, you know what I mean?
No, I get you. No, I've
they
heard
just
some of
got-
these people.
No, but they also didn't have airsoft celebrities participating. Like Jet was there.
No, but I mean, like, it's like having X Games, but you have not yet cultivated the best of the best.
Yeah.
why didn't they?
I
let
saw
Jet
dudes
commentate.
The way certain
Another
dudes were
valid
peeking
question.
around corners and walking around, it was like watching like
pretty
normies.
normies. Yeah, it's
or
pretty
another
normies.
play.
I thought I saw a story of his
Or
that he
Evite
was in the booth doing commentary. So maybe
Oh, he
one of the
was.
it looked like it. So maybe one of the games, because there's so many, maybe
Okay.
he did. Because I would assume, because that's
Like
what
Navrich was there. Like
I think one of the guys from Joseph or something like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like. You see, you need commentary. You need like the guy with the whiteboard. Like, yo, you see, you would want to do this and that with this. See, like we're
But
doing
also, this
freeze
is
by,
no
freeze
offense
play.
to like Jet and Navrich and all them. They're good at what they do in terms of their content. They're not commentators.
But that would be, a guy like that would be perfect.
Well, Navrich they both commentate on their own gameplay video that's edited.
Right, but
to an
that's you
extent.
just said that keyword.
Doing
of
it
editing.
live is
Yeah.
for people that aren't yourself. Like at least when they comment on their own video, they remember their experience living
So
that,
instead
and
of-
they know what info to add there to give context.
But even as the World Airsoft Games producer, though, I would want to tie in big names in airsoft, right?
Yeah.
And what better way to do that than just to have them come on, maybe post game, and be like, "What did you think about this scenario?"
You know what they need? They need a catwalk over the entire play area, and they have to just kind of assign lane walkers or catwalk walkers to
Well, they
kind
had
of follow
refs down on the
specific
field.
plays.
No, they did
need
the
both.
airsoft approach. They
They-
had refs with them.
I feel like it'll run into a lot of the same issues that we've all talked about when we talk about professionalizing airsoft as a sport, which is just adjudication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it does require refs on the ground, and I would even say refs above. The problem with refs on the ground is like to truly adjudicate it, if there's prize money involved, then you really need proof of who got hit. Refs are just going to give you away. So now it's no longer a tactical
or
game.
get in the way because there's so many.
Well, if you see a ref, you're like, okay, there's a guy there.
Well,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
leads
yeah.
into some of the stuff we were talking about with their rules, because one of the rules that I found, like, there's a little too much nuance there. If you run into a referee, it's your fault. You're disqualified from that.
Oh yeah, like it's
Like
pretty
you-
harsh.
Like if you're running across the street and you bump into a ref, they consider it blind running essentially.
Yep.
So you're not actually in control of where you're going. So you get thrown out of the game.
No running around corners. No running through holes you can't fit your open hand through.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules with it that
A little weird.
seem
I
to
feel
make
like
sense,
I
but-
feel like the if you had the celebrities or the big names, what you do is you use them not for live commentary. You'd use them as like, hey, let's take it over to Rich on the field with Jet, and he's gonna describe what I'm like. Well, what would you do in this scenario? And like, well, I would try to do this, that, and the other. Like you'd break down
Like
like
an
the
expert
last
opinion.
Yeah, you would break
Yeah.
down like what would
Yeah.
happen.
I'd be like, first of
after the
all,
fact.
this is an LDA. I would set up a support by fire in case somebody runs out into the open and not just walk out into the open like a doofus to get shot.
Yeah. I mean, also the other
Support by
fact.
fire would work if you had an LMG, but there's no
Yeah,
LMGs
there's no
allowed.
Yeah,
Jeez.
they don't allow them.
Yeah.
Well, you can
But they
still
wanted to-
you can provide some support by fire on a 5v5 with a rifle.
Sure.
Like
Sure,
you
if
need,
you're using an
some cover.
EPM1,
They did say
Yeah.
that-
So I haven't looked deeply into what restrictions they have
it's
on
mid
the
caps
teams.
only.
Mid caps only. Is there like a round count?
That's why I said I'm going to get on my high horse of this should be gas gun.
What are the jewel limits?
1.5 with a 3.0.
Yes.
Really?
What they're
that's
It's not bad.
that's
But
good.
they're really
Yeah.
restrictive on stuff, and this is why, like, watching the footage, I brought up, I really think it should be gas guns, but they made it so overbearing on those gas gun users
Yeah.
that if your gun, for any reason, steps out of line in terms of FPS, disqualified.
Yeah.
So, like, they will check you
mid-game,
before the game,
yeah.
mid game, and after game. So,
Yeah.
1.5
All
with a
right.
3.0.
They
Do you
gotta,
feel like-
they got to chill with that? It's not the NFL. It's not like, oh no, we can't have people getting injured.
Yeah.
They're flagging everything.
Do you think
They're
if you had like two different type game modes where you had or classes, you'd have open class and closed class or whatever, where the open would be you get to bring your own gun, you get to have your setup. Then you have the other class where it's like, yeah, you're all issued Tokyo Marui basic MWS
Everybody-
with 5 or 6 mags, and it's based on skill. Everybody's gun is shooting the same, and
that's
like,
why I lead to that it should be gas guns only, because even if they weren't to do it that way and they were to do it just as, hey, everyone's got to use a gas M4 or a gas AK 30 round, 35 round max,
Yeah.
it's gas guns.
I think issuing the guns to ensure that everybody gets the same.
that would be
Correct.
another.
It's like doing a test
Yeah.
before the Super Bowl to make sure
Yeah.
nobody's on steroids.
It leads more into, because if they're doing a speed soft side and a tactical game side, why wouldn't you want the tactical game side to be the most realistic one possible? So again, get out of here with the 60 or above 60 round mags. Like 250 round EPMs are ridiculous for this, because you can lay out support by fire with a rifle at that point. Turns it back to the same conversation we had after AMSX. Gas guns would make it a neutral playing field. Everybody's got the same ammo. You could do mag restrictions if you want in terms of quantity, but yes, maybe if you issued the rifles out, but then you would also have to have enough for each team and each player. You would realistically probably have to have a backup one, and you would have to get it to them at least probably a day in advance so they could put all their shit on it and zero the guns.
Yeah, but you're talking about Abu Dhabi oil money.
That's true. I'm just saying, logistically speaking,
It
that
is
now
powered
means
by the bank.
imagine if
They're powered by the Abu Dhabi bank.
But
Actually,
in terms of the airsoft industry, let's just talk about it that way for a second. If there's 10 teams, that's 50 players, that's 100 rifles.
Yeah.
Just getting 100 MWSs in one shot might be hard just because of the logistics, because there are some airsoft companies where making 500 of one gun a year is the only thing they do for that. So I don't know how
Yeah,
many.
but I think you just, in that specific case,
Yeah.
contact Tokyo Marui the year before.
and say, hey, we need
Give
150
them a dump
MWS.
truck full of cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also on top of mags, we've seen it with how hard it is to get MWS mags. Like sometimes you're waiting 6-8 months.
Again,
Give them money.
Yeah, money,
when you
yeah.
have unlimited,
That's true.
They
That's
literally pump money out of the ground.
I get it.
they
I
just-
get it.
It just comes, it grows there.
And
It
in
just grows
reality, the MWS is probably the superior system, because thinking about it, we were making the jokes
Yeah.
at one point, because they even outline it in their rules. Like if your gun all of a sudden is chronoing hot because it's a gas gun and it fuel creeped or the FPS increased because the temperature changed, it's a DQ. The MWS out of the box chrono is 270.
Yeah.
Even in the summer.
Yeah.
So realistically, that would probably be the best gun. You wouldn't have that issue. You would just need to get the guns to the players a day or two in advance so they can put all their attachments on it. They can set it up. They can zero the pop-ups, stuff like that.
I do think. I mean, gas guns would be like an extreme.
But it would be
a truly tactical game.
Actually, tell you, you could make it where there's like the open and the closed class. Where the closed class, you just make it every gun is the same.
Yeah.
You don't even you actually like you make. Nobody gets to put their stuff on.
GG combat machine.
Well,
It's
that was
just
one
put
of the
on-
things I talked about because you could see the discrepancy in terms of the like kit that some dudes were bringing. Like the British team, all of them decked out URGIs. Some of them are Polar Stars. Some of them are AEGs.
Yeah.
And I saw
Interesting. Okay.
I saw them playing the Turkish team, and it was like dudes that had just metal body CM16, slick hand guards, iron sights, and a tracer unit. And I was like, well, there's just an inherent gear advantage here. Like, yeah, it's an airsoft gun, one BB, you're out, sure. But when we're talking about a fully decked out Polar Star versus a bone stock CM16, I'm like, that's just shit.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be a meta though. Like next year, there'll be a meta. Like just like cleats in soccer or like whatever. Like you look down and everybody's wearing the same shit. Marathon runners, they're all wearing the same goddamn shoe, right? Everybody started wearing different shoes, but then they were like, oh, okay,
this one works. It's
Yeah.
like it becomes from like there was 100 shoes to go from. Now there's like 5 or 8, depending on like that makes sense. Yeah.
So by year 2, 3, like you're gonna start to just see the same guns fucking.
Yeah,
going
and
around.
it's going to turn into probably 10.5-inch barrel ARs that are Polar Stars or high-end AEG builds.
Yeah.
Which I understand.
Which that's already happening in the non-competitive speed soft world. Like that's just
not even speed software. Let's just talk about airsoft in general. We're
Yeah.
seeing that where it's a transition to, and that's been happening for 10 years.
well, like F1 racing.
Yeah.
Like there's strict requirements on these F1 cars and how they're built and all this stuff. Like, and you see the same, like the speed soft guns, like the fucking paintball marker looking ones. Like that's just kind of becoming the direction that those builds are being. Because if what you're doing is indoor running around speed soft, knee pad sliding on the ground, evolution happens, and it looks like the form factor of the rifle is evolving into that because that's what people are preferring because they're finding that allows them to play it most competitively in that environment. I think a similar thing will happen here, but I'm on their website right now, and like they're showing this speed soft looking guy.
Well,
and
that's
then
because they have a speed soft side.
then I scroll down and I see this.
Yeah, that's what we were getting at. They have 2 different versions.
Yeah, so day 1 of the tournament, the World Airsoft Games, is speed soft. Day 2 is tactical. Day 3 is speed soft. So when you are competing, you have a whole day's rest. You know?
Yeah.
Which also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's fine. Guns break, whatever the fuck, right?
So they have one. Each team is doing both speed soft
No.
and the normal.
Some are,
Okay.
Some are.
but across the board, probably not. But I think I heard the commentator say one thing. And it was like, oh yeah, and they competed yesterday in the fucking.
Yeah, wouldn't it be
Speedball
the
shit.
best airsoft team that could dominate in all of those different play styles, though?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there
it
you
would
go.
be. And that might be an incentivization for them to do both. But there might just be some teams that show up just for Speedsoft, and there might be some that show up just for tactical, which is also why I didn't read through their Speedsoft rules as deeply as I did with the tactical side. You should just go in completely bipolar opposite directions with both. That's why I'm saying, like, why would you allow dudes to run around with 150, 200 round mid caps for the tactical side? If you want it to be truly tactical, 60 rounds or less.
Yeah.
I
The mags
absolutely
exist.
don't disagree that gas guns would be.
It would
The-
be.
the-
The
the
rules are
right-
just a little restrictive on
Yeah.
gas guns, where it leaves too much room for error of, I mean, hell, we've seen it with GHKs where they chrono 330 and then all of a sudden they're chrono.
You wouldn't have a
360.
problem with temperature because it's going to be warm there. You know what I mean? So it's
Well,
like,
Yeah, you
Well-
would think that.
So
it did rain. Yeah.
during the broadcast, it poured.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, 15 degrees, probably temperature change right there,
Mm-hmm.
plus humidity jumping through the roof once that, because as soon as it was done raining, blue skies and sunny.
Yeah.
So you like huge temperature swing. That's going to do something.
We were sitting here making the jokes. We're like, that's the most Milsim thing ever. Even
Yeah.
during the World Airsoft Tactical Games,
Yeah.
It started
it fucking
raining.
rained.
In the desert,
In the desert.
dude. And the American commentator was asking the, I assume UAE commentator, like, how often does it rain? He's like, oh, like once a year.
Yeah, of course, it's
So,
on the
like,
day of the Airsoft
Of
game.
course, it was on the day of the tactical airsoft game.
Yeah.
Dude, airsoft fucking sucks. No matter where you bring airsoft, rain will follow.
That's exactly what I was like. We went to
Airsoft
Texas.
makes it rain in the desert.
Yeah,
What the fuck? We made it cold in Texas.
We just started going down the list. I was like, Dave, we went to Texas. It rained. We went to Mississippi. It rained.
Yeah.
We went to Virginia. It fucking rained.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but the other thing too is there's a med.
Yeah, that's the problem.
How much is the med?
15 foot.
Is it in meters?
Yes. It's in 5 meters for rifles,
Yep.
so about 15 feet, and 1 meter for pistols, so about 3 feet. Anything within that, you have to use like bang, bang.
Do the
sequence build.
commentators tell you like it's 5 meters, but
No.
in football fields it's this?
No,
do that?
no, because they're not talking about anything. Like they're talking
Yeah.
about fucking.
Now, to be fair, a lot of the footage
Bullshit.
I saw was like dudes on one corner of a building firing at another corner of a building, but this circles all the way back to if you decrease the amount of ammo in those mags, they're not going to be able to do that, so they're going to have to move around more, so it's going to be more engaging gameplay.
They're using frags?
Yes.
Yeah, EG67s.
EG67s.
But they have some weird rules about those too. You're not allowed to throw them around blind corner. You're not allowed to throw them overhand. You're not allowed to throw them over your head. And I'm sitting here going, the only time like we throw grenades are like I'm throwing them through a second floor window or Dave's throwing them through a doorway that we can't see down that hallway. Like
That's why
It's a
you throw
blind
that.
that's
corner,
why
yeah.
you throw them.
I don't know what's down there.
I feel as though
It's like-
the tactical would be better off with a 12-man squad or an 11-man squad because you'd break it into 2 fire teams, so you'd actually see the tactical side of working as a team with radios and trying to do some kind of maneuver. And like supporting elements to a certain degree, that would be kind of interesting.
the way that it's set up right now,
Yeah.
and this may change. And again, I only saw day one,
And then
or,
we sat
sorry,
here
day
and read
two,
their
right? So they may have changed it later on. The way that they're playing, a Speedsoft team could dominate the tactical side because of how small it is. And I agree with you. I think it should be larger teams to allow for multiple units, if you will, to be able to maneuver. I also think, like right now, there's no full auto capability on either team, right? I think teams should be able to trade, right? So you can either have 1 machine gun or 2 SMGs that can go full auto. You know what I mean?
and keep it hyper realistic because this is supposed to be the tactical side. Like 18 rounds per second on full auto with SMGs and maybe 20 rounds per second on full auto with an LMG.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can use that LNG to lock down a lane, or you can have 2 like scooters, you know, that maybe there are mag restrictions, maybe they have less mags, or whatever the fuck, right? You got to dampen it a little bit, but it would benefit greatly from that because right now the 5-on-5 is just Speedsoft outside.
Yeah.
It speeds off with like a cool environment.
And
That's
a
it.
minimum engagement distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have the minimum engagement distance. It's got to be barrel of beef. It's just got to be like this. Is what
Yeah,
it
because that's
is.
the thing
Dude,
too.
it's
If this is-
1.5 with 3 O's. AMS is 1.5 with 3 2s.
Yeah,
And on
you'll be,
top of
less-
that, it's like if this is supposed to be like the Super Bowl, like this is supposed to be the pinnacle of airsoft,
yeah.
meds out the door.
Oh, yeah.
No, there shouldn't be period.
Medium engagement distance.
Like big boy rules should apply here.
Yeah, that. I mean, look, it's a cool attempt that
It's super
somebody
cool.
did that that they're trying. I think that would be great if they took some of our ideas and said, you know what, maybe this is right. Because look, if anybody watched, I didn't see an American team or heard of an American team.
There is one on the.
There was.
'Cause
Okay.
Also, like Dave and I, before you guys showed up, we sat here and read all 88 pages of their rule book.
Yep.
It's very in depth. Yeah, Anthony's looking at it right now.
It's very comprehensive.
we
Read the
went
tax
through we went through line by line. They had a lot of thought put into it.
Yeah.
Like there is some really like good stuff in there, but there's some holes, and the holes are why is there a med? The grenade thing, it's a little weird for us,
Oh, it's a penalty to shoot through small cracks, but that's never defined.
but they don't define that. There's no clearing procedure for safety coming off the field. Like it says in the staging area, you can't dry fire, you can't test fire, but it doesn't say anything about a clearing procedure coming out of the game.
Is there a medic rule?
For the game that I watched, no.
Yeah.
You know
See,
what they
I
don't
feel-
have?
I feel
They
as
don't
though-
have a table of contents.
I will say like the medic rule, a medic rule, but like there's one medic in your team, there's one medic in your squad of 11 guys, and then you use them to, you have to like drag them back or something like that. That would
Well,
be a
this
cool.
is where
This is where the tactical side is, where it's like, oh wow, we don't want to lose anybody. Like you lose points for actually. See, that's a problem. Then no one would call their hits.
So the one thing that they're doing fantastic is that every square inch of this fucking playing field is covered in cameras, and there are refs everywhere to a point that's probably detrimental. What Anthony was saying, they should have catwalks or whatever, because the rule about running into a ref, that's a real fucking thing. Because if you come around a corner quick, there's a good chance there's going to be a ref there.
Oh yeah.
Like they have refs fucking everywhere, like which is good, right?
Yeah.
It can be implemented a little bit differently, I think. But I also agree with you. Once real money gets involved, people start, that only hit like this much of me. You know?
That's why I like the idea is if you make the feet per second really high, because then you don't do stupid dumb shit. You'll literally be like, you know what? If we're gonna do this, fellas, we're being tactical with this. If I get shot and basically get down, Anthony, you better get in that room, kill the other 3 guys so we can get the bomb.
Honestly,
you know
if they did like 500 foot no med, let's just say it's fucking competitive. Everybody has to wear a fucking dye mask.
And you have to wear some form of malprotection.
And you can put a clear coat of something on the dye mask so that if the mask gets hit, there's some indication. And then if your body gets hit, there's a fucking welt.
Yeah.
In case they have to adjudicate shit.
Yeah.
Well, they have so many cameras that that wouldn't be difficult.
I think at 500, here's the thing: at 500, you get hit with that, you're gonna body camera. You're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, you're gonna see the physical reaction.
Here's the problem.
You got to see fabric moving.
Well, but exactly. Because here's the problem, and I've seen this, I've witnessed this, right? I have an orange vest on. I'm standing next to a player who's shooting around a corner, or whatever the fuck, and I can see he's leaning out. And he's doing this.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
he's dodging the BB. And that guy's like, nah, he's right next to you. He just fucking twitched. I was like, yeah, he did twitch. But because he saw your BB coming, another argument for black BBs, but whatever.
Or tracer BBs.
It's required.
They require tracers.
It's required. Yep.
For at least the low light gameplay, because they do have a night portion. It's required to use a tracer unit. And they even had the foresight to put in there different scenarios where if the tracer stops working, because that happens and it's airsoft, and it's like if your tracer stops working, you can keep playing. You just have to inform a ref that your tracer stopped working, and then after the game they check your tracer unit to make sure that like you weren't lying, or see if it's broken. If it's broken, you have to change it out.
Wow, that's
like
a lot of rules. Man.
Like it's 88 pages.
It should be.
Yeah,
no, I get it.
No,
of course.
It sounds like a lot of rules because
it's good. It's good.
We're used
but
to,
they're covering all the bases.
But think of it like this also. Open play, large events, there's hundreds of people there, and you have a group of refs that have to would have to deal with that. This is 5v5, and it's hyper controlled, and there are cameras everywhere, and the refs' jobs in this context are to adjudicate it, not just to maintain safety. So it's not so many rules once you make it a sport.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking NFL, MLB, like there's a bunch of fucking rules.
I think what it is there's a lot of
there's a bunch of rules there.
There's a lot of rules that they thought of, like that tracer unit rule. Nobody would even think of that, but for them they need that right now. The problem is that you've made so many rules, you've concentrated on like 500, 600, 700 rules, that there's a few that you missed because you can't delegate all that, and there may be some big blind spots. Like I think the 500 having maybe 10 guys or 11 guys or whatever, that would be cool. I also think that if your gun breaks, you should be able to go back to the spawn or something like that and grab another one off the rack or something like that.
These are only 5-minute games.
5 minutes.
So that's the thing too, because like we were sitting there and kind of critiquing it as we were reading it. Like
5 minutes.
The radio rules are like, oh, you can't do cyber warfare. You can't try and get on the refs channel. And I'm like, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough time there for me to be like, cool, let me get out my radio and start searching through channels to try and surf through just to hear the ref say, oh, we're standing over here. Like nobody cares.
Somebody shows up with a beast system. They have the big antenna on their back and they're looking for the frequencies.
Yeah, like it's 5 minutes, guys.
I mean,
there's some that's like a little ridiculous, but I appreciate that they had the thought to put that
they have
in
a lot of thoughts of that. The other thing too is you could make it where, I know that I said they did a hostage one where you had to rescue your friend or something like that, your other teammates. Then you start out with 4 and then you go 5. The best would be is you make where you have a 12, 11 man team. That's where, right? And you have to take 2 hostages out. Yeah. Now the goal of the enemy team is to kill the hostages. The hostages are refs. Like they're refs. They look like civilians. They're not like orange or whatever. They get shot. You lose. Half the points or something like that. That eliminates the thought of like, oh, are people cheating? Because they're not going to cheat.
Down to how they're doing it. Like, are they doing a point system for that game and it's total accumulated points, or are they doing it off of just successfully completing the mission? That's nuance added to a game mode, because I've said this to players all the time. If we only have 10, 15 players, we can run some of the most complicated games there are.
Yeah.
It just needs to be clearly defined. That also circles back to the medic thing, because I had to reset the cameras when you guys were talking about that. it really has to be on brand. Are they trying to make it a realistic tactical based game where it's force on force, or are they trying to make it like playing video games in real life and we're watching it, as if it were the X Games? Because Dave could probably attribute to this. I don't know anyone that's going to suck up a 5.56 round to the face and get a tourniquet put on and then be back in the gunfight.
Yeah, right.
Are we trying to make it the most hyper realistic tactical games, or are we trying to make it playing Call of Duty in real life? Because if you're doing that, sure, buddy aids all day. But if they're going for the realism side, that might be why they didn't do a medic system.
So part of the commentary that wasn't about the game happening behind them was about which video game this is more like.
Okay, then
they were going back and forth.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think what they're trying to do is just popularize it, mainstream it, make tactical airsoft in some way, shape, or form something you can televise.
Yeah.
Something that you can cover with well enough so that it's not dull, right? Because, dude, we do a 13 county super flank. It's tactical as fuck.
It takes us 45 minutes to walk there.
It's boring as shit. If somebody was like following us with a camera, like it'd be boring as fuck.
They'd be falling asleep.
It's a reason why all the videos you see from me on ref days are in CQB or the mosque or in Newtown, because I'm not going to follow them all the way through the woods for 30 minutes of a 45-minute game.
Yeah.
And then just be like, cool, I got like 12 seconds of usable footage, guys. That was a justifiable use of time.
So they're trying to make it for TV.
Yeah. Which the way they did it, great idea.
Yeah. Dude, the playing areas
Cool as shit.
look really neat. They're all facades for like movies or whatever. That was the other thing they talked about when they weren't talking about the game that was happening right behind them, was the Bollywood movie, the Tiger, whatever the fuck it was. I don't even care. But I only saw day 2. I did not watch the rest of them. So if they did these things, don't burn me in the comments. But like there should be. Okay, so day 1 of the tactical is the outside thing. Day 2, they're inside a hospital.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Day 3, they're on a boat or whatever the fuck, a ship, whatever the fuck. And I understand, but I'm also thinking UAE money, like.
But also, we can put it this way, because if somebody does try to burn you down in the comments for saying like, "Oh, it did actually happen," where is it? Because all of the highlight reels and all the footage we saw, like I primarily watched this on Instagram. Great concept. Putting it out via that in like 12 to 15 minute long, basically just match videos. Great idea. But even I'm watching it going, fuck, this is boring.
Dude.
Like,
okay. Oh my God. Yes. The highlight reels. Oh my God. So while they were not talking about the game that was happening right behind them, the game happened right behind them, there'd be a clear winner and a clear loser, which you'd never know because they didn't talk about it. Right. Then they'd be like, it was almost like somebody in their ear was like, roll the highlights, because they would be talking about something and then be like, oh, let's check the highlights. You're like, that had nothing to do with what you were just talking about. And they're like, oh, let's roll the highlights. And then this new genre of music, which Anthony will appreciate, that I just discovered, airsoft rap.
What?
Yep. They had one guy record one airsoft rap song and they used it every time they went to look at the highlights, which was every fucking 5 minutes. So I've heard this entire airsoft rap song.
Airsoft rap?
Yep. Give me a second.
Oh, boy.
Oh, brother.
I'm a better airsoft rapper than they are. They should put me in the booth.
Today, but it was in forms of speed software.
I'll find it because it. Here it is.
Nowhere to hide. Hear the snap of the BBs like thunder in the air. Bring the fight anywhere, like from the field, feel attention edge. Now every move, how he calculated it, targeted in his sight. From the first whistle blast to the final lane. History is written in the World Airsoft Games.
No drop.
also, I'd be careful about how much we can use as that.
Stop doing
Okay. All right. There was no flow there. There was no.
No. It sucked. Yeah.
That was.
It's so every time they went to like the same highlights, by the way, I didn't see any different highlights.
That's like those really bad street rap battles. It's like, I'm from Brooklyn. That's all right. That's a real one. And if viewers, if you know, you know.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, we got to hear that song in its entirety many, many times. And I was like, guys, come on, man. Like, and I'm a hypocrite, right? We make airsoft content. I don't watch airsoft content. I really don't. I was trying really hard with this just to kind of learn something about it. So we had something to talk about today. And it was just so bad that I was like, this is the problem. Like, this is why it's so hard to break into like the social media airsoft scene, is because of shit like this, that this is supposed to be like the top tier.
Yeah.
Like imagine somebody who's just like, I played paintball my whole life. Let me check out the Airsoft World Games. See what Airsoft's doing over there. And then they see this and it's like, okay, so Airsoft's not doing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whereas the paintballers, when they do commentate like sportscasters, we're like, yo, Johnny number 32 is going to the outside bin. Oh my God. And then
man.
talking like that. Yeah.
Even as an airsofter,
so-
I can find watching competitive paintball entertaining.
So
Like watching airsoft content, it's not circus enough. It's not bread and circus enough. Like watching football, baseball, like Major League Sports, it's like
it's a show.
You can get together with normal people for a normal social gathering, and one of the things that you normal people do is watch football. You know what I mean?
But I wonder,
Then it's different than being a huge fantasy league football enthusiast. Completely different hangout, completely different kind of social circle. Airsoft is still very hyper fixated in the content to where if you're that deep into it, you're basically in a fantasy league. Like you're not watching Airsoft on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but that's not what they're trying to do here. They're trying to bring it forward, bring it into the light.
Right.
And so they have all the scripts they'll ever freaking need. The NFL, the NBA, the World Cricket League, like all this shit. So they can just look at that and template it, right? And part of that is being entertaining, right? Because, even with the NFL, the ball's not always moving, but the commentators are always talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
And the commentators also then take on a personality of themselves, so where people follow up with it, and you see clips online like this commentator said this, and it's like it went viral, but they're not even talking about football. Like they're joking about the weather or some bullshit. Like there is some of that side to side banter that helps keep it entertaining, but like
and that can happen every 5 minutes when the game's over.
Yeah,
for the next 10 minutes while they're setting up for the next one, right? Like
because
that shit can happen.
I don't know how much time they had in between games there.
I don't know. They edited. Well, no, there was a live stream. So
There was a live stream, but it was like 13 hours. Because we were watching some of it in here on Friday. Because it was Angel. He had it on. He's like, "You see this World Airsoft Game stuff?" And I was like, "Yep, we've already started deep diving it."
Yeah.
But and I told him, I was like, the commentary is kind of like hard.
It's tough.
To tolerate. And the live stream he was watching had no commentary. It was just the raw gameplay footage. And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. There's nobody talking over this." And I go, "You're watching a different video than we were watching."
yeah. I think a great example to show the impact of commentators is like WWE commentators. They practically make
Well, WWE is also
the
scripted.
broadcast. It is, but like
slightly, it's scripted.
Have you ever been to a live one?
Yeah, but they're also
and you
characters.
don't hear the commentators. They are characters,
Yeah.
but like when you don't hear the commentators because you're there watching it live, you kind of see, and you don't have the crazy camera angles and stuff. It's just like, okay, that guy is slamming the mat when he punches. He's slamming the mat. Okay, now that guy got slammed. You hear the crowd. But then when you watch it live, you'll watch the same thing, and the commentator's like, "Oh my God!" Like they're going nuts. They're losing their fucking minds. They're so excited.
TJ Booker's going up on the top rope, and oh my God, he's doing them. Oh,
you're like, I don't know what's going on, but they're excited. I need to be excited.
And then you hear the glass break. Oh my God, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin coming through.
He pulls out a baseball bat with barbed wire on it. He's like, "What's he gonna do with that?" I'm like, "What's he gonna do with that?" No shit. Like, what do you think he's gonna do with it? He's gonna hit him with it. But because he asked it with so much like enthusiasm, I'm like, "Fuck!" Now I want to know what he's gonna do with it.
But
He
think
throws
about
a
it
baseball.
from
He throws a baseball up in the air and hits it.
but think about it from the perspective of that. They're trying to make money. So what does that do?
I have to imagine they're trying to do the same thing.
With that WWE thing that you're bringing up right there, why? Because they're keeping you entertained, so you keep watching, so that then you watch the advertisements, so they make money off of the ads, and then on top of that, it incentivizes you to do what initially started this. Did you ever go to one live? You should go to one live, because now you watched it, you got entertained, you got hyped up, you went to see it in person. They have made money hand over fist with you. That's how this works.
And one of the mid-pro wrestlers that you didn't really like on TV because they're not John Cena, but when they show up to your high school gym and they're starring because they're actually from WWE, you're going to go to see them there.
That sounds oddly specific.
Yeah,
that was because Anthony was actually able to see him because he wasn't John Cena.
The high school I went to, they had wrestling shows there. And they had Booker T there. Dude, like, who else did they have there? They had
Such
fucking...
a Washingtonville thing to do.
They had Mr. Kennedy, but I also went to one at NFA at your high school.
Yeah, guess
and it was
what?
funny. There were metal detectors at the entrance, and they weren't on because those metal detectors were for you guys, not for the people there to watch wrestling.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
We went to one in Connecticut. Like, there was like WWE will do that, like high school shows, but yeah, like it gets the kids. The kids love it because the kids think Santa's real. you know,
And then their parents are paying $12 for a bottle of water at a sporting event. Money, hand over fist.
yeah,
But
signing autographs.
But I guess the whole point of that is that it's already been done 1,000 times over.
Yeah, there's
and it's
playbook.
very close to you because the sun is going to eat.
That's fine.
me.
Yes.
And then it's been done better 1,000 times over. So all they had to do was kind of replicate that in terms of, you know, the camera angles and you know, keeping the hype going. And I mean, I totally understand that, you know, pretending to be a commentator in your bathroom or even here, like we're obviously very comfortable here, but you fly us to Abu Dhabi,
Yeah.
you know, put a list of shit we're not allowed to talk about here, and then give us a bunch of foreign names that we need to fucking be able
No,
to
yeah.
recognize. Like
Well,
we're
that
gonna
would make it
stumble
easy
too.
because they already gave you the out for the last part there. Every player has a number.
Well, that number's there so that you're like, so that you can see, like, okay, number three is fucking, you know, Yuri's whatever the hell, right? So now when Yuri does something cool, you don't have to be like number 3. You can be like, Yuri just, you know, pied that corner and smoked that bitch in the face, but he got a penalty because there's a med for some reason. You know what I mean? Like
Kobe
Kobe.
getting Average on a cereal box.
But how are you getting? See, that's the other thing too. Is how are they getting these champions to go out there? Like, are they having regional things in
No.
these countries?
No,
That's what
I
I'm
think
thinking.
I think you
I think
It's
sign up.
invite.
Yeah.
I think you sign up and you pay money to get in.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
that's
Because
part.
again-
I think part of the prize money is it's pooled in by the people participating.
Yeah, almost maybe like a 50-50. Like half
Oh,
the
that makes sense.
half
Okay.
the registration funds go into the prize pot, the other half go into production of it. But even then, you're probably still funding your own trip there. That's like why we made the joke earlier. Oh, the first place team got $30,000. Cool. They probably spent 25 to get there.
The only person I saw that was going there, that was going there, that was like a YouTuber, was that Nico guy from
Oh, name's
Britain?
Nico. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he
so-
win? He was, because the British
was
team
for-
won.
Oh, maybe
Maybe he
he
won.
Yeah.
because he's doing the Yeah, I wonder if he won. It's a
But-
good question to find that.
Because
find that
again, the lineage of this and where it's going to go is then eventually they're making money off of advertisers, which means that it's promotable on TV, which means that you'll probably see it on ESPN 3 or 4.
Yeah. The Ocho.
Yeah, but
Dude,
even then,
Airsoft being on ESPN at all, period.
paintball's on ESPN.
Yo, all right.
They have been for a long time.
I'm going to
Yeah.
bring up real sports again, you know, mainstream sports. They have the history of the sport. And they're like, in the 1920s, it was Yankee Stadium and blah, blah, blah. And then
Yeah, and Babe Ruth.
in the
and-
future,
yes.
it's going to be like the first time Airsoft got on ESPN was with this league. And
But
Yeah.
again, that's finding a way to monetize off of it. And in this day and age, a lot of it is ad space. So you're going to see airsoft companies jump, because I think Jet made the joke about it. Like they didn't quite know if this was legit at first, and it turned out it was. Now you're going to see other companies next year jumping in on it. You'll probably see
I'm
e-bike
seeing-
banners. You'll probably see PTS banners.
So I saw e-bike. I saw e-bike Novridge, and then another company that I didn't
yeah,
recognize.
and then
I
it's going
s-
to progress further past that to not just airsoft companies. You'll start to see gear companies. You'll start to see eventually when it gets safe for television.
Coca-Cola.
Yep, that's
Well,
where
I
it's
see.
going.
I
Kanye
see,
West.
Or Red Bull.
Or Red Bull.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
There's
yeah,
going to be
that's
a
right,
Red Bull
Red Bull.
airsoft team.
That's
Red
right.
Bull's marketing is literally buying up sports teams.
Yep.
Well,
Gonna
I'm
be-
looking at this
We
one.
all saw the Fat Electrician video.
Yes.
There's going to be 2 Red Bull teams.
I'm looking at the name's Nico, like his
Oh,
story.
he's got
and
gameplay footage.
Gameplay footage from it when it's dark, and it's pretty cool looking.
Okay.
Like, from like his buddy, like one of the teammates, and it looks like it's dark.
Oh, it's cool. They lit it like a movie set.
Yeah,
It's cool. So it's not just like white light. It's like,
blues and greens.
Yeah,
and-
it's
and-
cool.
yeah, it looks fucking sick.
yeah, it looks awesome. This dude is doing well. So, but you see how they can't. Yeah, they did. They won. Good for them.
Can you scooch over a little bit? The
No.
sun's going to eat me.
I know. I want you to sit on my lap. I want the sun to slowly consume you until you have to sit on my lap.
I want a toy.
And then we'll talk about the first thing that pops up. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess
It's like-
to make the final point. Hey, look, it's awesome that they're attempting it. It's awesome that they're doing it. It's growing pains like anything. And any of our criticisms are constructive because, hey, look, it would be awesome to see more teams and more expansive. I know that they said that they wanted to make like the shooting sports, like actual like the ISPC like kind of stuff, because that's
be
like
cool,
big in
too.
Japan and some of those places, and just have all kinds of different shooting. So
I always thought that if Airsoft did go like a professional sport route, it would go that like USPSA type.
yeah,
IPSC.
yeah.
IPS. What does that acronym stand for
I
specifically?
don't remember, but I
International
know it's
Pistol Standard? International Pistol Standard? Is that?
But you see it a lot in like France, Taiwan.
Association?
because
Yeah, Japan is big.
again, it's because in these countries you can't
You know,
do
gun.
USPSA
Yeah.
or IDPA where you're using real guns, so they do it with airsoft.
But it's also really fun. It gives you a reason to upgrade your pistol first and
Yeah.
foremost.
Well,
so
this
that
is when you
know,
start seeing stuff like the $1,200, $1,400 airsoft surgeon high kappas that are all silver that have
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's also like
it's
I
also
like,
been around for a long time.
I like USPSA. You do it with airsoft and you run around with some targets, and
Yeah.
maybe what makes it really competitive for airsoft is that maybe the target it might be indoor realistically, and the
Usually it
targets are closer, so maybe you just make them smaller, so you have higher
That's exactly how
higher,
it goes.
higher standards.
Yes, that's exactly how it goes.
So, yeah. That's pretty.
That's funny. Sorry, that's completely unrelated.
Well, that-
Chris Evans used fake feet in Captain America for all the scenes where he had to run barefoot. Sorry, and it was funny.
Are
That's
they just
hilarious.
shoes that look like feet?
Yeah. There's
that's,
like socks. Like,
that's pretty funny.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
They'll fix it in post.
Well,
Yeah.
they did. Well, that's hopefully they.
I hope it does well. I hope it brings airsoft more into the mainstream. I hope that moms see it, dads see it, police officers see it, so that they understand what airsoft is and how it works. But with that, I say we take a break.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
And you wouldn't get eaten by the sun if you got here on time.
Right?
Perfect.
Go buy our merch. Go to the Zulu24.square.site, buy some merch. Also, I found a little hiccup and I can't seem to resolve it. So when you go and you buy merch, when you look at it, it says out of stock. Everything says out of stock until you put in your size.
Oh.
So everything's there. You got to put in your size. Head on over Zulu24.square.site. Pick up your Zulu24 merch. We're always kind of updating it. All the designs on there. There are a lot of cool stuff. And we're back. So a lot of games last weekend. A lot of things.
There were a lot of games.
Heard MSATO had a fucking game somewhere doing something.
I think it was in Pennsylvania.
Was it a mall or a
No, it was like
prison?
It was like an old factory. I remember when Tom posted the video. I hate the marketing style of I'm just gonna show off photos and videos of the AO and be like, come play here. That's just me personally.
That's old school.
Yeah, it's old school.
Yeah, very old school, yeah.
So the video he posted was like him driving around in his truck, just like videotaping the AO, and he's like, "We're gonna be playing airsoft here soon. Like registration's open, and this is what it's called." I'm like, "Okay, I don't know anything about this AO, but okay, interesting."
Does MSATO offer VA benefits for people that get injured on duty?
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard some things.
I heard some things too. Do we
Service-
want to talk about those
Service
things?
related injuries.
But keep in mind, these are all like fourth person, so they could be
Yeah.
rumors. If they are rumors, I apologize. You don't want to like spread rumors and shit.
I just find it funny.
But I heard that I heard a staircase collapsed, or somebody fell off a staircase or a staircase.
I heard
Something
somebody fell through a staircase.
like- Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's pretty bad.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
I heard
But to
somebody
be fair,
fell through
that
8 staircases consecutively into a pit with spikes,
That's
and
fake news.
like Viet Cong. And then a dragon came and swooped him up, and he's just gone. They
Now,
haven't even recovered the
to
body.
be fair, not the first time we've seen that happen. I was at the Red Storm game. I think you were there too, where someone fell through an elevator shaft.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that happened like right
I
before
never
the Saturday
played
afternoon.
Red Storm East.
Yo, okay. So
Cool enough, AO.
regardless of producer,
Yeah.
that building was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and it also showed a time where capitalism wasn't based on shareholders making a profit every quarter.
It was shareholder value.
No. Like, dude, in this factory, it was a lace factory, right?
Yeah.
In this factory, there was like a whole wing that was just devoted to like the employees
Like,
having a good time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there was like an auditorium. There was a bowling alley.
Yep.
Like there was all this shit. Basketball
alley was down.
court.
So kind of like Google a little bit. How Google has that, like like that.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah. So, like, for context, my brother used to work for Pixar. They have an entire employee recreation area where it's like the break room is filled with cereal and endless amounts of milk. They have a playground for them to all play on. Like,
There's a poor cow outside that's
Yeah.
just like shriveled. Like,
yeah. And they were literally told, like, we want you guys to get into the mindset because we're making movies for children. So we want you to have fun and experience life like a child. So, like, here's a jungle gym and a playset. Go have fun. So, yeah, some companies still do that.
but it
That
was
makes
cool.
sense.
I mean, it was pretty clear that this place was probably built in the 40s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
Everybody has to wear diapers and shit themselves.
Yeah. Not that kind of funny.
Here's your pacifier.
I don't kink shame, but that one's weird, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's like 1 million square feet or something. Like, it was really cool. It was multi-level. Fucking, like, I don't remember fighting in the same areas of that building. And I went to 3 of them. Yeah, I went to a bunch of them. My first one was Red Storm 2. My last one was like, it was one of the first times where they were just like, this is the last time. You know what I mean?
But that happened 3 or 4
yeah,
times.
they did that like a bunch. It was like the first time they did that. There was it's right in the middle of Scranton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, right in the middle of Scranton.
Yeah, like you're flanking around the outside of the building and you're seeing cars drive by. Like
Yeah.
I saw the mailman, I like waved at him.
Yeah.
No, that's hilarious.
There was a guy there who apparently just showed up and he was just like, "Oh, the military's doing training." Like he
Oh,
was
they're
trying
like,
to
they're trying to take over the world.
Yeah,
Oh no!
Meanwhile, it's
they
like-
got blue helmets.
yeah, we were just like, all right, whatever.
It's a Lion Claws game.
I mean, that would have been hilarious if they were all wearing blue helmets. That'd be, oh my god, you. It's like that. That would be. It's like all that footage that happens, like MSW somehow gets put on live leak.
Oh.
A lot of times,
Or
Yeah.
gets shared on CNN as Russia-Ukraine
yeah, like
footage.
legitimately, yeah, like when Crimea first got invaded, and then the best is the Balahak alien, and people are like, see, they really do have it. The government does have the aliens. We need to clap them cheeks.
But
Or the Armor 3 footage.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah. But yeah, apparently somebody fell through a
that's an
staircase.
inherent risk with some of these AOs, though. Like Lion Claws, MSATO. I don't think Black Sheep really did it, but they would always play Airsoft in what would be deemed abandoned places.
Oh yeah.
Just the Rust Belt. You know,
Yeah.
everything in the Rust Belt.
Like that's kind of the cool factor of going to one of those. And I tell players all the time, you're going to play Airsoft at a cool AO that you wouldn't normally play at. For me, I don't consider it a cool AO anymore. I consider mount sites cool AOs. But
Sure.
if you're new to Airsoft, that's like the direct.
It was cool.
Line. Yeah.
look, Red Storm was cool. It was fun.
It was cool.
Yeah.
You know, you looked at all the asbestos and you're just like, all right, well, you know,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna deal with that my own way.
Yeah.
You know, and move
Put
on.
a mouth guard on or mouth covering on.
Well, the first year, all the asbestos was still on the pipes, right? Because they used
Mm-hmm.
the asbestos to insulate the pipes. The next year, somebody took all the asbestos down and swept it up into the center
This
of the
is back
room.
in the day and age of Thunderbee. So a Thunderbee would go off, you'd see the cloud, and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Dude,
Oh
it was
my
like
God.
before
Oh my
the
God.
before the game even started. Danny shined his laser,
Oh yeah.
and you could just see the whole beam because it was already up in the air because somebody swept that shit, and it just gets up in the air, and you've got 200 people walking through to go to your starting point. You know, but you know what?
Are you or one of your family members affected by mesothelioma? The attorneys at
Did you play Airsoft
Howard
at the
and
Scranton
Howard.
Lace Factory
It takes-
between 2010 and 2015?
The amount of exposure it takes is a lot.
That's
Like,
skill
you need-
issue.
You have to work in a
It's
fucking
a skill
asbestos.
issue.
Skill issue. Don't
It's a
die.
skill issue.
Get better lungs. You know.
Yeah. You
But
see,
no, it was
you
cool.
judge the guy wearing the respirator. You judge that guy
I
wearing.
didn't judge him.
I'm not,
No.
it's not you specifically,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, you guys judge the guy wearing the gas mask. Look who's alive.
All right, so back on topic.
Look who survived the
Yeah.
asbestos.
So yeah, falling through a staircase is not good.
Skill
And we
issue.
do know that Kevin, who went to Texas with us, he did get injured at this game.
What happened to him?
He apparently busted up his leg really bad.
Really?
Yeah, from what the guys were saying,
Well, define really bad.
enough that he needed help getting back to his truck.
But he was okay to drive.
Yeah, it was his left leg, not his right leg.
God, dude, was he bleeding? What? Like,
I don't
did he
know.
break
I was
his
just
leg?
told that he needed help getting back to his truck and he could barely walk and he drove himself home. And after that, haven't heard from him since.
Oh,
dead.
there you go.
Dead of sepsis.
Yeah.
Fucking- His gout was just flaring. He's all right.
Snake.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. There was a bunch of events that happened.
Cass Milsom happened.
Cass Milsom happened, and then also you went to one on Sunday.
Yes, I went to. It's like a little local thing on the Crimson Skies. They've been doing that for I think this was like number 14 or 15 or something like that, or 13, something like that.
That's a lot.
That's a
But
lot.
yeah, it was good. It was all right. The field is out there is rectangular, so you can see across the field at to a certain degree. It has improved a lot because they planted a lot of trees. So there's parts of it that are like it's like pine trees. So up to about here.
Yeah.
It's very straggly
So, like-
things, but then it's covered. So it's actually kind of a unique place to play. And then they have some barrels and stuff. So it is a fun place to play. It's definitely meant for paintball, so the distances are different. So actually, like low crawling to different spots, it actually is. It's pretty fun. It was 3 teams. I'm really always against a 3-team game because it always turns into some kind of shenanigans. But I was on the red shirt type thing, so we get hired type of thing, kind of like a blood diamond type thing. There's missions like get the satellite, this kind of stuff. There's like rebels and an army. It's just a game, it's like it was fun.
Well, I will say,
it's
I'm
not-
looking at the field on Google Maps. When you say rectangle, like Zulu to me is a rectangle.
Yeah.
This is a landing strip.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a thin
Yes.
rectangle.
Yeah.
So now I
yeah.
understand. Because like to me, the length of the
No.
field is bigger than the width, but not by a whole lot.
No, this is square, if anything. No, I'm talking. When I say rectangle, I mean that.
Yeah, that's like a landing strip in terms of,
Yeah.
and that's not to knock them. It's just, wow, running a game there must be really hard.
Well, where the
Yes.
spawns are.
Yeah, one
That's
end
what-
and the other end.
The spawn for the red team was bad because it was like almost to the center. It was in the center of the field, but to the left,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was like we would get spawn camped, or we would come out, and then that was the problem. So
The only way to overcome that is a maze in the middle.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, this
yeah.
is set
Yeah,
up for paintball,
yeah.
so there's like
So-
bunkers and wood buildings everywhere.
we would get like tasked to be on one side or the other. I didn't know that we weren't allowed to throw smoke grenades. I threw one.
Ooh.
But then the guy
Read
Scott
the
who runs the
rules.
Scott that runs the games, he's like, oh, don't worry about it. It was in the center. It was more like they were having problems where like the needles were, like where the
Fire.
pine trees
Yeah,
get fires.
yeah, okay.
They allowed tags, so I was using those.
Hold on, no smokes.
Well, smoke. Okay, so smokes are more of a
I-
fire hazard, right? Like because
Yeah.
We could shoot tags.
they burn.
No, I wasn't shooting tags. I was just throwing hand grenades.
But
I
do
didn't
they
bring
allow
handle things.
shootables?
Yeah, I could have done it, but I didn't do that.
Come on.
I didn't do it because
Dude, with a field layout like that,
No, I'm not
Yeah,
even saying
I
come
know.
on to that.
Bro,
I'm
you
like,
could've,
okay, come on now.
like-
Like smokes, no, but
I
that.
thought about that, but then you know what? I
just mortar
I
around
went-
them out.
So this is what happened was I worked late with overtime. That's why I didn't come to Milsim Day. I will not say why I
Oh
did
yeah,
not
also
come.
Milsim Day happened this weekend. Thanks,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have came, but I
bailed.
got asked to work, and I'm telling you why I'm not working because you told me not to mention why.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the I fell asleep on my couch. I didn't use my machine and I felt groggy. By the time I got out to that part of Long Island, I think the game it was at 12:30 and it was till 4:30. It was fun. I at first I was like, oh man, this is really bad because there was a lot of like speed softers there that were starting to shoot full auto. It was like, oh good.
Long Island?
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shitters?
Yeah. But like
Speaking of which, I want to make an all-star team for this World Airsoft Cup. We got to get the biggest shitter from each shittiest team in America. So, like, all right, you're going to have to bleep all of this. You get this all-star team together and you just send them out to UAE to get America banned from the competition altogether.
Red Bull.
That's not what we want. God damn it. So anyway,
But fuck. But yeah, the game was fun. It was a good time. Was it?
you got recognized.
Yes, yeah, a couple times because of the podcast. So it was like,
You're famous.
And then like I kind of like look. I don't know. I'm like somewhat memorable, I guess. If anybody knows, it's like, oh yeah, it's that guy because I'm loud and obnoxious. Yeah. So whatever. But no, everybody's like really liking the podcast and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? I think it seemed like a lot of people were, even though that game, a lot of guys are like interested in the mag capacity thing, like from OpEx and whatever. Yeah, OpEx. Yeah.
Man,
and
if only
stuff
you
like
could
that.
tell them more about that.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could could you get my magazines for me, please?
Oh yeah, I
Please-
can talk to Bo.
Please talk to Bo and ask if I can get my magazines.
One of my customers says that he has the mags. I was like, you're at AMSX? He was like, no. I was like, where'd you get them? He was like, I bought them from Amped.
Yeah, Amped. I think they got like 25 of them because basically Bo was talking about that. They're going to have Amp sell them, PTS sell them. They're setting up a store on their AMS website so they can sell them as well. The shitty part is there's already people that are like, posting tutorials. Here's how to modify your AMSX
Really?
mags. Yeah.
Really?
And I'm just like,
Really? Where? Show me these fucking tutorials.
I will pull one of them
These fucking shitters. Shitters be damned. All shitters go to hell. Fuck you.
I just keep-
Fuck you, you motherfucker. There's so many other fucking parties you can go to, and you want to shit in this bowl of cornflakes. You fucking Jesus fucking Christ. Why are you like this? Why the fuck are you like this, you fucking insolent, small penis having fucking cuck?
Normally, I'd say we'd have to bleep that, but I think we only have to bleep one word of that because I actually agree with everything you just fucking said. But I think Dick needs to make a video on how to
Oh my God, how to modify, yes.
Yeah, and what Dick does is he's just spray painting an EPM1. It's not even the same. It's not even the same mag.
Yeah, I'll have to have Tom send me the video because he showed me one where somebody was just like, "Here's how you do it," and I'm like, "You fucking." God.
and then Richard comes in, he kicks the door open, and he's just like, "Why are you like this?"
No, he just beats the shit out of Dick. Dick's like, "Help! Somebody help!"
I get the belt out. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I get the battle belt out. I just start beating you with the.
It shows Dick like he almost escapes, right? And then he just gets pulled back in. No.
But the saving grace of this is the likelihood of that happening, because we talked about this with AMSX. If they're going to sell the mags separately, you're going to have this happen.
Yeah.
You can tell when someone's fired more than 60 rounds. And if you see it, you're just like, hey, you're a shitter. I'm telling game staff. Like, fucking narc on them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to police our own.
Yeah, you're going to have to
hardcore.
narc on them. Bo already said it during the safety brief at AMS. There's zero tolerance for it. It's not, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, I won't do it. Like, I'll
But it's
use
not
normal
even
ones.
that. People are
Bam.
going to show up with 8 mags. They're going to be like, oh, look at my followers, right? And then fucking Dick overbite.
Correct. And that's why you have to constantly
And then
be
they'll
policing
swap
your
them
own.
out for their
Yeah. So here's-
Shitters be damned. Shitters be fucking damned.
Well, it's a shame that exists, which we knew was going to happen. But
we knew it was going to happen.
like, if you just play the game,
Yeah, play the fucking game.
play the game.
If you
It's
have to
so much
worry
more
about
enjoyable.
that, then this is not for you. Now,
Yeah.
I will say,
AMS has a bunch of other games you can go to.
Go
I'm
to
gonna play
fucking
devil's
Jericho Airsoft with that shit. Go to fucking SC Village, you insolent fucking cocksuckers.
I will play
Christ.
devil's advocate for a second. What if, and this is a hypothetical, you really like the AMS mags and how they look, and you just want to use them as normal mags at your open play field, so you buy a separate set of EPM internals and you swap them out. Fair game. When you go to AMSX, you have to put the 60 round inners back in because that's how easy it is. It's one screw and you pop it out.
That's fair.
That's fair. Because again, I saw Kevin.
Chrono tags
we
on
probably-
fucking mags. The chrono stickers on the mags, and they have to be checked.
Yeah.
It's like, but now why the fuck,
That may be a solution. Maybe they have to
you're
put,
making a logistical fucking nightmare for no reason because your fucking dick is so
All right,
fucking
so
small.
all right, I got that. All right, so let me ask a solution to the audience. If
Well, I think
If-
Anthony just gave it.
what I'm saying is if let's say you guys want to run an op, right? You're talking about running an op with magazine restrictions or ammo issuing. How would the audience like if there was no BB loaders allowed on the field and you could only load at your main base or a FOB that's like
Well, we
controlled
kinda-
by an engineer, right? Right.
Well,
hold on. Let me finish so these guys can comment. But the speed loaders are electric loaders that you have to go to, and so if you see anyone load on the field with any other BBs other than their own, then these loading stations. What would you think about that?
No,
It would eliminate.
what? Then their mini maps have to be clear, like they work in a warehouse. You can see everything that's inside.
All right,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
we're
on,
talking-
hold on,
I'm
both of
talking-
you, before you turn this into a domestic like you always
I
do.
don't negotiate with terrorists.
Anthony,
Shitters be
Anthony,
damned.
Anthony, we're
Shut
not
the fuck
Anthony, you're
up.
an idiot. Anthony, we're talking about a new op. You're talking about
Relax.
something else.
Oh my God. Okay, so what we already talked about on a previous episode was that we were going to make
fuck.
it so yes, you can bring your own speed loader and you can only reload in your respawn in your CP or in an area set up by an engineer. What you want to do is restrict it a little bit more and make
Yeah.
it so the game staff supplies the auto winding BB loaders and you have to go to that. The issue here for a Zulu 1-day event that is realistically going to be in the ballpark of $75 is now it's issued ammo that we have to provide, and there's too much room for nuance with players where somebody's going to be in the comments be like, I like to shoot 3.2s or 3.6s or 4.0s, or you want to use 4.5s.
You get three Autobot loaders per team. You have 2 8s 3 2s, and 4s. And you know what? If you don't like it, this not the game for you, and that is it.
I get that.
What he's getting at is the logistics, right?
Yeah.
So we're
Because-
only charging $65 or $75 a person. Now we have to come up with all
much-
the BBs for the game.
How much would you, as a customer, how much would you pay for a game like that? How much would you pay for a game like that? I'm curious.
Here's the problem. It's a 1-day event.
One day event.
It's a 1-day game.
1 day game.
There is a threshold. It doesn't matter. You could throw everything you have at the wall,
Yeah.
but still, like, who's going to pay $150 for a 1-day thing? Like the standard has already been set for the two $300 games, 40 hours.
Yeah.
At least 2 days. You know what I mean? A wake up, a sleep, and then another wake up. You know what I mean? So
I think if you provided all that,
we're not there yet. We also have a lot of things that we're still trying to test. We're doing baby steps.
yeah.
You know, because if you throw everything in, it's too confusing to the player. So if the player slowly becomes accustomed to, like, for instance, the fucking the tourniquets that we've been using during open play, and you know what I mean, and during Milsim Day, and
We're seeing that used more and more and more now.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, to play devil's advocate for what we want to do with Crossroads, and as well as your idea, I kept count on Saturday for Milsim Day because we had about 160 players, and I went, today I'm going to mentally note how many times do I see a player loading a box mag or loading their mags on the field. It was 11 times.
yeah.
Now,
Okay.
that was only during a 3-hour period.
and that's
So I
only
was-
you.
And that's only me.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, oh, this might actually be worthwhile entertaining. So I like the previous discussed ideas of you can only reload in your main respawn, your CP, giving the engineers an option to set up a supply depot.
Yeah.
Now, I do see the nuance of that being that leaves too much wiggle room for that person's going to have the speed loader on them if they know they can go to that flag point over there and reload. So maybe they might cheese it and reload at some point in time. There's a plot hole there. But it's more restrictive, and if the players are willing to get on board with it and try it and listen to us, doing the 6 mid caps, any mid cap you want, plus limited saw gunners, Crossroads can be fucking cool.
Yeah. Or another op, something where it's like really restrictive to the point where, and then those players will be like, wow, this is kind of like challenging. This is hard.
Then the next logistical point of you bringing up the auto loader, I'm not trying to shoot it down.
No.
But on the logistics side here, I know that MSW, who does issued ammo, has an equation of certain amount of players for certain amount of BBs.
Yeah.
We don't know that equation when it's Zulu.
Yeah.
I don't know how many BBs we need. So realistically, what do we have to buy? 6 cases of 3.
We're going to overbuy.
We're going to end up overbuying. So we're going to, and again, this is just how a business runs. It has to make money. We're going to lose money on it. And then we have to buy
wait, what about at the end of the event? What if you at the end of the event you go, hey guys, you want BBs?
Oh, well, we could still turn around and then try to
s-
recoup by selling BBs.
Yeah,
at the shop
sell
around
them
the
that
field.
day and be like, yo, it's they're
And
whatever.
then even with the auto loaders, it's like, cool, if each team gets 3, that's 6. Realistically, we're going to have to buy 18 because all of them are going to break once, maybe twice. We see it with the kitchen timer.
I'm wondering if we get. See, this is the thing. I wonder if you get like the T38, the some of these producers of these things to sponsor to
Sure,
like, hey,
actually,
look,
that's
let's
an option.
and
That's an
let's-
option
let's-
too. And me
I don't think-
personally,
I'm
I'm
just thinking-
seeing more players use those.
I think if you have those options, you limit the BB weights to 2 8s, 3 2s, and that. I think that covers a lot of bases. Or you keep if you have specialty super duper ammo, and this is me talking because I'm all about like I'm a little
You're a
with
BB
armor.
Nazi.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep my loader in the bin with like everybody else as long as
I was
nobody's
going to say, now we've
clogging it.
circled back to square one of let the players use their own speed loader as a test.
You can, yeah, of course. And I'm just saying, I'm thinking when you have that restriction, you're never going to get anybody that's sneaking BBs, loading at a different time. And if you have restriction on how much ammo and the saw gunners, you're literally limiting it to where now people can move. And then you have smoke grenades and like the regular grenades. That's kind of cool. Now you're like really, you got to really work together to move.
I think the biggest effect you're going to see is the limitation of saw gunners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at AMSX, and I know we keep glazing it, but it was a really freaking good
changed
time.
airsoft.
It was actually a really good
Yeah.
time. When you did run into a saw gunner, you knew it and you were like, fuck, like
Yeah.
it put you in a different mindset. You weren't on equal footing anymore.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like you were like, fuck, okay, we got to slow down and approach this in a different way.
Yeah.
And there weren't, I don't even remember how many were on each team. 4. 4. It wasn't even like
Out of 150 people per side.
correct. So it wasn't like you went over here, fuck Saw Gunner, and then you went over here, fuck Saw Gunner, and then you went over here, fuck Saw
there
Gunner.
were some times where it was like 2 to 3 hours before we ran into another
Yeah.
saw, and it wasn't as impactful. But even that with the bolt guns, because there was only 3 bolt guns per team, when you found one and you knew he saw you and you didn't know where he was, equally as like I'm not doing this.
There's a threat.
Yeah, for a prime example, we were in this like townhouse apartment style building where it was individual houses all connected together. Logan and I are on the 2nd floor. I poke my head out the window to look towards the tan team respawn, and I hear the BB whip past my head and hit the wall, and I went, nope, not doing it.
Yeah.
And I like kind of looked through one of the murder holes, and I'm like, I don't fucking see this dude. Logan walks over to the window, BB hits the window, so he's like, nope, don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't have the ammo to do recon by fire, and he clearly sees me, and the first 2 miss, the third one's going to hit somebody.
Yeah.
No.
He's going to adjust.
But I don't think that will be as as impactful for Crossroads. As Dylan and I were discussing this, he's like, "Oh, well, we should limit bolt guns too." I was like, "Bolt guns aren't as big of a concern at Zulu.
No.
Saws are 100%. It should be 4 saws per team, at least for Crossroads."
We'll give it a shot. And you know what? Like, if it's bad, we'll adjust.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to adjust mid-game and be like, okay, yeah, now you can
Yeah,
use
like
your
go to
saw.
the parking lot and grab your MG40.
Yeah, no. Like we'll take notes, and the next one,
And
whether it be here, whether it be offsite, or whatever the fuck, like we'll adjust from there.
Yeah.
I totally understand the arguments. You know, I mean, Brian brought it up, right? Like you're taking away an asset from the squad.
Correct, because traditionally in airsoft,
I totally understand his frustration and understand where he's coming from. In the real world, there's real applications for it, and you never fight fair. If you show up to a fair fight, then you're not prepared, like type shit. But as a gameplay element, it's a trust me, bro, it's better.
well, this is also circling back to an argument that we've had on the podcast before of, are we going for a milsim game or are we going for a really good airsoft game?
A really good airsoft game.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Because players love that term milsim, and I've said for years that it's just a term.
it's just a
And
marketing term.
It's a marketing term, and there's no clear-cut definition because you have MSW and then you have open play events where they're like, this is milsim. There's no clear-cut definition
Yeah.
of what exactly it is.
It's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum. So because of that, we're marketing this as a really good airsoft game. We're not calling it milsim because we're also not going to tell the player with the fucking speed gun and the die I4 you can't play. If you have 6 mid caps and you're not loading your mags unless you're in your specified areas, you can play the game. You have the correct camo of the day, fantastic, even better.
Yeah.
We want a really good airsoft game, and AMSX was a really good airsoft game. So
It
we
really
want to
was,
adopt some of that and put it into Crossroads.
And we got to try new things, right? Like, if you're not trying new things, then you're just stagnating.
Well, that's just
You know,
stale bread.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
We want to put some jam on it. You know what I mean?
I'd rather have a really good sandwich than a sandwich with week-old bread.
Yeah, but you can have a really good sandwich 12 times, and it's like you get bored of it, right?
Yeah.
So even if like all these changes are fantastic, whatever, it doesn't mean we're going to stop experimenting. And,
Dude, we're
and-
always experimenting.
right.
I'd rather have stale moldy bread than fucking shitters.
Correct. But I mean,
I would okay.
yeah,
Just
you've
so
been really quiet.
Just so everyone knows,
It's been building.
Anthony's been quiet. I've been being quiet, and as you two have been talking, I've been just staring at Anthony's
I've been
eyes,
watching.
and
I've been
he's
watching.
looking at. He looks at me. I look at him. He looks at me. I look at him. And he looks at me. And I look at him.
but again, it also
I could feel it building.
I was, and he would do this.
Trapped in the podcast. Part 9.
When do I open my mouth?
His aura, like his fucking aura was like expanding. I could feel it. Like, he's going to say something.
Then he gets really angry about all the shitters.
Is this a song? Like,
Kelly.
It's an R. Kelly song, and then
Weird
Will
Al.
did a
Yeah.
thing about going through the drive-through. It's like, I forgot my phone,
Yeah.
and then I forgot my wallet. I don't even know what I want. And then and then he's with his wife. He's like, and then I asked her if she wanted anything.
Yeah.
And then we're looking through the couple of different coins. It's like it's a whole thing about trapped in the closet. It's hilarious. It's like, and then there's a point where he's looking at the drive-through person to give his food. And he's like, he looks at me. I look at him. He looks at me. I look at him. It's like,
It's good.
I forgot my money. Yeah. I've been waiting here an hour. Like,
Oh, and and that's all I could say was, oh.
Yeah, that's so good. But so I mean, to get back the game, a lot of people actually asked me about that stuff. So like,
Yeah,
I think they're clamoring for something a little different, a little more restrictive, because
We're always going to try new stuff.
I think
Well, the pendulum is swinging.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm saying that for the last couple episodes. The market is swinging, right? Like, and it'll always swing back, but right now, I feel like more people are interested in kind of handicapping themselves.
Yes.
In terms of ammo.
But they also want a more engaging game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was kind of, we're going to circle to props for a second. That's why players are so, yes, we can make things explode. The fireball on top of the roof was cool, but players didn't really get to do anything about it besides like drop the blank fire mortar, and then Brian was the one that did it.
Yeah.
So it's trying to find ways to make those props that are super fucking cool, really engaging, like the bomb prop that we used.
Yeah.
We basically retrofitted it for Milsom Day on Saturday, where instead of using it to set off a charge, it was setting off the model rockets in the lower field.
All right, how did that work?
It worked. We had a little hiccup with the model rockets.
What happened? They like went wee.
So one of them, someone fell on the rocket and snapped two of the fins off. Thankfully, they snapped, instead of having like one fin here and one fin here, it was one on opposite sides. So there was like a chance it was still going to fly straight until it did a backflip in the air and spiraled straight to the ground.
Nice.
It nose planted in the ground. It was like 2 or 3
Oh,
inches.
so you needed. Oh, so like they had to carry the model rockets.
They had to find the rockets. They had to find the launch codes, assemble the SAM
Oh,
site.
so you needed to put them in like those cardboard containers. Or
Well, they
something
were
like that.
in metal containers. We
Oh,
were
really?
expecting that they were going to keep them in there, and they took them out. And we're like, well, fuck the container. And they were just carrying the rocket, which had the motor and the everything for the motor already wired up. All they had to do was plug it in. We thought that would be easy, except for then we had one of the igniters got broken in the process. One of the rockets had the fins break off. So for next time, we're like, hey, you just got to maybe not take them out of the boxes until they're down there.
I think it's cool to put one of those metal pins with the red tag that says "Do not pull and get
Yeah.
ready," and do that.
Yeah,
that'd be
that
kind
could
of
be an idea. So it
Oh
makes
wait,
it,
no. The best thing to do. I got it. You make it the iron tube, right? That pin, right? You put a lock on it. The key is at the launch site. So you're taking the
Oh,
key,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
take the key, you take it off, so then you can unlatch the missile.
So I'm
box.
tracking with that, but I also just realized we have a bunch of those like Gustav round holders.
Those are perfect.
Those
Yeah.
are perfect. They might be a little too small for that, but we could make something similar to it.
Yeah. And then you make them locked up, and then they can only be opened
Down
With the
there.
key that's attached to the.
to the launcher.
Yeah.
yeah.
that
And
would
then it's
work.
like, and then the whole process, like, oh man, we gotta reload this. We gotta,
Yeah.
but we're trying to
that
get
could
it.
work.
That'd be kind of cool. There you
Because
go.
they had to literally assemble the SAM site, put the missiles in it, plug in their team's control computer.
There you go. That's a $500 idea. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you, Richie. In the same way that we're fooling around with right now, like we like the blank fire mortar. It also would be really engaging if players could actually send rounds out and like have them do something as opposed to
Yeah.
you call the grid, fire the blank fire round, and then a ref walks over and throws the grenade. So like you see over there, we have some 3D printed tag rounds we've been testing.
Yeah.
That way there's a possibility of building a mortar that will launch a projectile that'll have an effect on target.
What about
but-
smokes? I guess that it's too heavy.
Well, no, that same, I was going to bring that up yesterday and I forgot to. That same mortar system I was looking at, it can launch smokes. They have a version of one of the shells that fits an EG, like wire pull 40. So you could launch a smoke grenade.
I mean, realistically, a smoke grenade's probably not going to.
Yeah.
It's
I was
gonna
thinking those-
wake you up.
I was thinking those EG-18s. Those
No.
No, now you're launching a soup can.
because I was firing those out of the old fart cannon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you look on my Instagram. There's one where we're firing a Nerf vortex. It's literally like it flies out at slow motion. And you just see the front end just like fall off because we had like front ends that you just place on.
Yeah.
And it was before we did the sprinkler valve where you could push it. It was one of those like turn things, so you had to
slap it
karate
up.
chop.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you see like Tony Baloney just karate chop. He's like, "Hua!" And he like, but that was cool. But then at one time, I went to like some Lion Claws event, and I just brought it as a goof, and we threw smokes in it, and dude, they went like 200 yards.
Yeah.
like we went so.
But you're
far.
also launching a soup can at someone.
Yeah. Like it.
Like
almost-
imagine the big sports smokes.
Yeah, but
God.
Yeah, but like that.
What's your favorite color?
What's my favorite color?
Yeah, what's your favorite color of smoke?
He was going for
yeah.
a joke.
I
Isn't
know.
that, isn't that a
I know.
compelling question?
Yeah.
Don't you ever think about what your favorite color of smoke is?
Purple.
I was gonna
But-
say, yeah, purple's probably the best one.
You ever just set them off just for show?
No.
Okay.
To get back on track.
Well, there you have it.
Part of it is also making cool props that are engaging for the players because they love that.
No, they really do. They actually, guys were saying that like at the event, they were talking to me, asking me a bunch of stuff. They were asking me like ask a bunch of questions. So I mean, like I was
Tell them to take their comments and put it in the comments.
I did. I
section.
told them that. I told them that. I said, remember, guys, like, comment, and subscribe to all the social medias of all these guys, and commenting actually helps the algorithm boost up this content. If you enjoy this content, you need to engage in it. It is engagement media.
I
And
also read all the comments. I read all the comments.
Yeah, we do.
What is it also like
86%
86% of you
in the last 90 days.
in the last 90 days are not subscribed. Guys, subscribe. It helps us out.
I'll have to put this at the front of the podcast.
Yeah, that's it. It just helps us out.
Yeah.
Everybody knows why. It helps
If you
us
want
out.
to try something fun, for some reason now on YouTube, you can do a hype button where you can hype up the video.
I
and
did that.
Yeah, you don't have to
I don't
pay
know what
anything
that
to do
is,
it. It
but
just gives the
I did.
video like 50 YouTube points, which is kind of cool. You can only do it once per video. Hit hype on the video. Let's see what happens. Because I saw one video the other day that had like 36,000 hype points. And I was like, no wonder you're in my feed.
So, somebody said the Zulu 24 podcast has way too much censorship in general.
Nope. And you're the reason.
It has just enough.
It has just enough. You're the reason.
And speaking of the comment section from the last episode, Jordan, do you know what time it is? Or Dave, do you know what time it is?
I would also like to point out that the buzzer's buzzing.
That is Michael.
Oh.
I've got to say something that's really horrible.
Richie, do you know what time it is? Is really? You guys.
You are not the captain of this ship.
You guys.
It's too soon.
We are trolling Anthony so hard.
What do you
Too
mean?
soon.
I
And
have-
you know what time it is? It is Normie. Gotcha, bitch.
You are not the captain of the ship.
I have a Leering center and everything. I am the captain
I
now.
am the captain of
that was that
I am
that
the
joke
captain.
had layers.
I am the
Had
captain.
layers. Leering center. I am the captain.
All right. Well, since you wanted to rush into it, what do you
Bananas
got?
and rice.
What do you got? Bananas and
Normie topic. Is it normie to attend a full-on LARP game with no intention of getting into character when the entire event is designed around players doing exactly that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
you're a gremlin. You're a
It's
troll.
going to the
No,
Gun
you're not.
Gamers
You are
LARP game.
literally just a piece of shit. Yes.
Going
you're
to
a
the
normie.
going
Are
to
you
the,
a fat piece of shit?
It could be a twink piece of shit.
going to the Gun Gamers LARP game dressed up as a speed softer with your speed soft gun, and all you want to do is run around and just shoot people.
He could also change it to TPS, twink piece of shit.
What about what if you have like 10 guys that are like that, and you actually get a designated part of the field, and you actually just do a speed soft tournament
Don't give them
inside the.
ideas.
Well, good luck
Then
with
we'll
the
need
ammo.
an in-game mom to pick them up from
No,
their
no,
game.
it wouldn't work because here's the thing. You're talking about it in the world of those are BBs for an airsoft game. Those are bullets in the Gun Gamers world. You have to play speed soft with a Nerf gun.
No, yeah, speed soft or a gel blaster.
Sure, because you can bring
Gel
that.
blaster.
Yeah. You can fund that and have a gel blaster speed soft league in the Gun Gamers world, but BBs are ammo. That's for killing people. If you kill them in the speed soft tournament, they're dead. That's just Hunger Games.
Gel Blaster DSGs.
I think they do have that.
Yeah.
They have gel blaster Polar Star.
Aztec Armory in Australia. They do like the highest end tech work to gel blasters.
They have hop ups, right? I think they do now. Yeah, but it's different, right? Isn't
They make gears and pistons like for AEGs too, but they just have to use it for
Yeah.
gel blasters.
I wonder how the accuracy is on them. It seemed like they go at a distance.
No.
That's what it looked like.
Russ told us all about it.
Yeah, Russ was like, yeah, they're poopy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're
Russ
poopy?
finally
Yeah.
played airsoft in Canada.
Good for him.
He sent me a video from the parking lot, and it took a while because it was Facebook Messenger, and all I saw was the message under it that said, well, at least it's not a furry, but this is airsoft in Canada. And it was and when it finally loaded, it was a dude walking around in kit and a kilt with bagpipes. And I was like,
Good for him. He did it right.
He did it
killed-
right.
Killed
He
him
did it
back.
right.
Yeah, he's fine. That's funny.
yeah.
So yeah, is it normie? I wouldn't even say it's normie. It's just cringe.
It's
fucking
it's shitter.
You're shitter.
Yeah,
You're
it's
going
shitter.
there to break the game, and that's fucked up.
Shitters be damned.
Yeah, so actually, maybe it's not normie, but it's cringe shitter behavior.
It is cringe
Oh, no.
shitter.
Well,
behavior.
it could also be normie because you didn't take the time to read the rule set and understand
Could you
what
imagine?
you were signing up for.
Could you imagine how
It's
confused
my
you
first
would be?
time playing airsoft.
Well,
I
yeah.
drove 5 hours to come here.
Everybody drives 5 hours.
And you had no idea.
Yeah.
Because I've had a lot of customers ask about the Gun Gamers LARP event.
But it's
and I
like
was
you bought a ticket, you signed up for a business,
Go
and you're
read everything. Go
Yeah.
read everything first before you sign up.
Oh,
I can't. I hope I'm able to do my
Yours.
LARP for the
Yeah.
full.
Are you actually going to be there?
Rich, you're not
Yeah.
going to show up. I said it when he was here, and he was like, "Oh, he's going to Texas."
He started the text chain yesterday
And-
with,
and-
"Hey
and
guys,
the
it's
intro-
Mr. Bale on your friends here." It was like, oh,
In the intro, you were like, "Richie's going to Texas," and I said it. I called it there. I was like, "You're not going to show up." He didn't show up, and you caused me to have a existential crash out that caused me to make a fever dream
I
of
do
a
like that.
documentary.
I like that you did appreciate that I did pay for your BBL and your boob job in
Yes.
Texas.
Yes.
I was your sponsor.
Yes.
I flew you out.
Wait till I come for my alimony. You're not the dad.
Oh God. I want a paternity test.
Do we got a lot of comments on this one?
Nah.
Yeah, have another one. Let's hear another
So
one.
look, okay, here's another normie topic here. Is a normie to only use airsoft guns based on the real caliber of the replica? Like, I only use M4 variants because 5.56 is best.
Wait, what?
So you only use an AK because 7.62 by 39
'Cause you think
is
it's
way
amazing.
better. Yeah.
Oh.
Or I only use this because it's 308. You know what I mean?
There's like, everybody has their kinks. Some people just like 308s because they're like, I got 308 mag pouches.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at
417
that
mags.
point, like if I'm using a 308, like a battle rifle, it's because I'm trying to be a DMR so that you do get like better rules. And then that kind of falls into that.
Sometimes.
Right. Okay.
But like it's open play, you can use anything. You can use an M4 as a DMR if it shoots hot enough. You
Yeah.
can use a DMR
Oh.
green tag if it shoots low
Yeah. Oh,
enough.
that's true.
In
That's true. Yeah.
In that context, that environment, you're like, no, brother, I'm only running a 308.
I mean, we kind of do it for ops, right? So the SMG rule.
Yeah.
The SMG rule has to be a pistol caliber, right?
That seems
Yes.
like it's outside of the rule set.
Sure. This is
requirement
like this
for
is
caliber?
like this is like I only use it because it's the best.
I like,
Like,
five. I
we
like
gotta-
5.56. Oh yeah, because of that's pretty friggin' that's
What's
pretty
the
normie.
normiest way to adopt that attitude? Is like, imagine you.
I like
you're
308 because it puts them down.
You're like, I'm using my
Meanwhile,
MC.
we're all using 6mm
Yeah,
pellet
yeah.
BBs. Okay.
I'm
yeah.
using my MCX Rattler, and I'm only using the Lancer mags that
Say
say
300 blackout.
300 blackout because subsonic, brother. Because like airsoft is subsonic, so when you really think about it, brother, it's like like that. That can get kind of.
yeah, that's a little
is this
normie.
mag or using a gun based off real world caliber?
Yep.
Yeah.
argument?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean, I get it. I mean,
I think the Scar H is really cool. There's
Scar
no
H is
reason to run it in airsoft because it's still a 6mm BB.
Yeah, I can't
Unless-
run an MCX. I'm not running a SIG till the XM7 comes out because I would never run that type of operating system unless we're shooting fucking six fucking.
you know what?
6.9
This
for
actually,
years.
this
I wanted
actually,
I
that's
wanted
how-
a gas blowback Scar H that was chambered in 8mm. That would actually make
yeah.
it worthwhile.
You know what?
Well,
Actually,
that's real airsoft caliber.
this
Yeah.
goes back to what Anthony said before about evolution. Like, if you really think about it, the best airsoft guns, if you get them like perfect, would be like those little paintball guns. Because in all
Yeah.
honesty, you're getting it like super tight. You're trying to do this. You don't have to worry about recoil. There's no operating system. It's like everything's you get the tiniest little gun that shoots the furthest.
You might
Oh,
not like
God,
it,
what
but
was
this
that?
is
It's
peak
kind of
male
like
performance.
you know what? It's
What was
kind
that,
of
like,
like that
pain
MP7. It's like that MP7 I have. It's like it's tiny. It's
Yeah, but
like
it's hideous.
yes, but that's the whole thing is that. But it performs really well. That's all you know.
Well, that's like the what did we see? Bloodsoft, Painsoft.
oh god.
It was
What?
all guns like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot what country that was
Oh,
in.
Philippines, I think.
Philippines.
Philippines, yeah.
That
Oh,
one,
where
yeah.
they play till they hurts. Like they do like as
Well, they
much
play
tool limits.
straight up
Yeah,
barrel to beef.
Yeah.
beef. It was
Full
like-
auto. Fucking
Yeah, 500 FPS full
Yeah.
auto, no med.
they've always played like that. Oh man,
dudes were eating them up too. Day 7 of asking real cap Milsom Day when.
One shitters be damned and go to hell.
No.
Day 8 of asking real cap Milsom Day when.
I already commented back to him at one point in time, and I explained it. It's the fact that we can't do it for Milsom days because it's still an open play day. For prime example, on Saturday, it was an awesome Milsom day. There was like 160 players here. It was fantastic.
That was a lot of fun.
There was like 20 rentals. So because of that, who am I to now tell the rental player that showed up on an open play day, yes, it's Milsom day, but it's open play, and say, sorry, you can't play today, or you can only buy the $65, $70 rental package because today's a special day and I got to issue you out mid caps that are specific. And now it's supposed to be an opportunity for players of any skill level to enjoy something more. For
well,
Milsom day, we
you do have
can't.
an answer for that guy.
For an op, we can.
Yeah, for ops.
You have
yeah.
you have an answer for this guy. Well, right, you're
Come to Crossroads.
You're very possibly going to start doing a Friday night gas gun night, and gas guns have 35, 30 to
35 rounds, give or take.
40 at most.
Sometimes 20 rounds.
Sometimes
Depending
we're
on-
25.
Like
We have short mags.
The
We have long mags.
MP7s.
We have medium mags.
Drum mags even.
Oh, dude, we were talking about
No mags.
in this episode. We were talking about that real shitty, the real shitty movie.
Oh,
You good?
War Machine.
War Machine. And this guy's like, fun fact about Alan Alan R. is that he plays airsoft.
Yeah.
He was at Bushwick Airsoft event in the field right outside of Nashville. He also punched his neighbor in the face.
Sick.
Yeah, that neighbor had it coming though. Once
Apparently.
he showed his chest cam, like that neighbor jumped out in front of his motorcycle that he was doing like 22 miles an hour on with his kid, and he proceeded to beat the shit out of him. So,
But doesn't it answer that guy's question about the real cap? Is look out for the gas gun nights, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Friday night
That's
gas
going to be
gun
your
night.
That's going to be your closest thing to.
yeah, Milsom Day. That's
Milson Day, we can't.
can't
No.
do that.
For ops, we can.
We can, but logistically, it would require a lot more.
Well, it's the same reason why I tell people on a Milsim Day, yes, it's fine. Come with your friends. I still have to make sure teams are balanced because it's an open play day. As
Yeah.
the ref, my responsibility is to make sure the teams are
Who
balanced.
makes a reliable 30-round magazine?
Arcturs.
Okay, one company. So like, and that's the thing. Like,
the ERG variable mags for
yeah, or some of the token
you're running the
recoil
ERG.
shocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of that. Okay, all right. So there is options.
There's options. I would encourage players to try it. If you want to do it yourself and just play a day, you
Yeah.
can buy the AMS mags on the Airsoft website right now. Buy some AMS mags and try them. Run a Milsim Day where you're just using 60 rounders or 30 rounders. You'll have a good time, I promise. Or coming soon, come into the shop and rent out a gas blowback rifle, and you can use it for Milsim Day, and you will be able to run around with 5 30-round mags, just like we did at AMSX, which leads into the Friday night thing that, yes, there will be gas blowback rentals soon. I got every single one of those GHKs over there shooting 330 with a 2.5. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
I was looking back at the comments on the AMSX podcast.
Yeah.
Looks like the second one. It said, that was our dude hiding under the stairs. We called it the Trojan horse.
I saw that, yeah. And then Anthony and I were sitting there having a crisis because we're yelling into the hole, hey, dude, are you okay? Because I told him Tom threw a frag in there, and it went off, and since then, nothing's happened.
Yeah,
So
God.
if he's in there, he's fucking dead.
You all right?
And
he called my name in my own voice.
as Anthony and I are standing there looking at the hole, you can like see a shadow moving.
Yeah.
And we're like, there's somebody in there. Like he might be fucked. And Tom walks back in and he goes, oh, no. I was looking through the window. That was my shadow.
Yeah.
We were freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malk 2651. I'd be much more interested in AMSX games than other formats. Yes, you should be. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
you
fun.
should be. I believe that.
It's a lot of fun.
I think everybody just wants a challenge, you know?
Well, I don't know if this will stay, but this is at least a comment I've been thinking on is the fact that I used to think the EPM1 mag was made for AMS, and I still believe that. But I think the EPM1 mag and mags like it, that whole 250 rounds, are what makes airsoft lame.
It detracts for sure.
Yeah.
It detracts because think about the other things that we didn't see. We didn't see anybody yelling like "You're fucking overshooting me." Nobody had the BBs to do that. So when you shot somebody, it was 2 rounds, maybe 3,
Yeah.
and that was it. Like
Like I got a couple clips of me like doing half a mag dump in a direction, and it's like, yeah, because there was like 7 people standing there. Like I
there's
needed
gotta
to
be a
put rounds
reason.
down range. I'm not doing that for one
Bro.
player.
It was just
Okay.
quiet, fast, professional. Boom, 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 boom.
Not even,
Brother.
Dude, I had the worst luck with the helmet cam
Oh my god, yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
I maybe like there was definitely a couple times where like Anthony and I were both shooting at the same group of people running across a road and they were hit. So you can't really say like who hit them, you know what I mean? But there were a couple where I was just like, surprise, motherfucker, and got some clean fucking kills, dude. I sprinted out of our spawn, just running right up behind a guy who had taken out our CP or whatever, and they had no idea. We're all just sprinting up to him, and I get up to him. There's 2 of them right in front of me, and I just double tap both of them. The second guy took a couple more, but whatever. And I was like, awesome, dude. The camera angle was first off, the first camera angle was basically pointing at my hands.
Yep.
So all you could see is my hands like jostling around and like, tuk, 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 tuk. And then there was a couple times where I was pieing windows and I was like, I definitely got that on camera because I fixed the camera and like, fuck. And because of the way I tilt my head to get behind the sight, everything I was shooting was just off camera right up here. So I had like,
Oh my God.
I made the joke, and I don't count kills or whatever, but I made the joke that Tom was the only one who had like a confirmed kill because like all of mine were off camera slightly, just slightly off camera.
So because you had asked me, is there like any airsoft camera that we can use that's just not going to suck like that? There's two things, and this came because of the first one. The run cam helmet cameras that have the bendable arm. I already tried to modify one so it would be straight and also like remove the arm. Doesn't work. Broke the camera. But now there's a company that makes, it's a 3D printed clip for that, for the headpiece itself. So you can mount it, put the Velcro 3D printed clip here, and then just click it in so that it stays straight all the time. That's option number one. Option number two is basically making the exact same thing for a contour specific to your arc rails on your Team Wendy. So that way it will permanently stay straight.
Well, so I have the 4K one.
Yep.
So I can Bluetooth it to my phone and I can look at it.
The problem is that they're Velcroed onto helmets so they can move. That's why I'm saying make some kind of bracket for it that keeps it in place. The other option, again, play around with the camera angle. I used to do this and it's a pretty decent camera angle. Is actually mounting it on your hearing protection. Put Velcro on that, and then you can put your contour there because that pretty much stays straight most of the time.
Yeah, because it was so frustrating. I was like, I know I've got like
It's the worst.
I've got some good ones.
Yeah.
I've got some good ones. Like,
and then
like,
we're watching the video.
I really wanted it. I was really hoping for the meta glasses to be awesome. You know,
There's
So
a
there
guy,
was someone
there's a guy
there
there.
wearing them.
This guy there wearing them. Yeah.
I hate that it only records vertical, and I hate that it only records in 5-minute increments. And the battery's only like 35 minutes.
Yeah. Every once in a while, we'd hear him say like, "What did he say? Google
Or
turn
he was like,
camera
meta
on," or
start recording.
Meta start recording. Like what?
Which I guess that works for like a game like AMS where you're like, cool, we're going to push this building. Meta start recording.
Yeah.
And that's going to fuck over anyone that's listening to this that's wearing those glasses. But I still don't think that for long-term use, it's a great idea.
yeah.
It is nice that they're ballistic rated. There's already a bunch of AliExpress copies of it that do record horizontally.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
we should
I
try.
don't-
We should try those.
I don't trust those to be ballistic.
But I mean, well, how much are they? Because we
Like
should.
$60.
I think I would buy one just to see, and then shoot the shit out of it. And then if it can handle like that ridiculous Leve AR that I made that's shooting whatever some
Mega
ungodly
Jewel
amount-
creep. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
I
shoot
hate that
for
gun,
its-
by the way.
You're allowed to, but it's
You
cool.
hate that gun. It's finally Anthony hates the gun. But okay, but do you understand like the purpose?
I understand it.
And you're like, the performance is cool. And it's
I can put myself in your shoes.
yes. That's the most we're gonna get out of that one. That's the
Well,
most,
that's another joke that is kind of a callback to Anthony's video that no one will ever see from Texas.
I'm working on it. It's just I have so many videos in the fucking pipeline that are actually important.
Dave was right. We were sitting there in the Airbnb and he's like,
Yeah.
this is never getting
No,
finished.
it'll never
It's
get-
never going public.
It's good. I had fun with it. I've seen most of it and I enjoy it. It should see the light of day at some point because it's well done. but-
Would anybody want to watch us in Texas in the context of it being a reality TV show, like
It's so good.
like Netflix's Love on the Spectrum or
You
something?
nailed it perfectly.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty good.
Our wives and girlfriends don't want to watch gameplay footage, but they do want to watch that. You had my girlfriend sit here for a half hour and she was laughing the entire time.
there you go. Wow, maybe you got
Barbara loved it.
Yeah.
My wife loved it.
That's
You
why
know.
I'm saying you should legitimately post it. Even if it's not finished. The people want to see
Just
it.
do a part one.
It's provocative.
Yeah, I might do part one.
Dude,
I thought it would be viable if I just did it in like 5-6 minute chunks.
Just fucking
No, you need to be invested.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
An episode. It's an episode. Put credits at the end.
I
And then
have a
part
30.
two?
I have a whole 30-minute episode. That's pretty much what the whole thing is, and
Yeah.
it's like almost done. It's
Yeah.
just
Well,
then part
work
two,
on it when you can.
done during the Gun Gamers event.
Yeah,
Oh
well,
my God! I have a screening of it.
I want to premiere it during the gun. We talked about
Dude,
that.
I have a
We talked
projector.
about
did.
that.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
yeah. Like if we
But I'm saying film part 2 during the Gun Gamers game.
well, film part 2, yeah, for sure. So on the Gun Gamers, the episode we just did, Bibster's Repair Shop. Okay, this sounds amazing. Really makes me want to take the long trip for this. You should. It's fun. The LARP games are cool. Fucking. It's a cool departure from normal
fun.
airsoft.
That's Evan from BattleBox. That's one of his friends. That dude,
Oh, that'd be a long trip. Isn't he in, like Iowa or some
Wisconsin.
shit? Oh, Wisconsin.
Something like that.
Oh
But
man.
he has went back and watched every episode. That dude. to episode 1, and he's commented on every single episode.
Well, thank you.
Oh my God. That's a
Yeah,
lot of.
and we only started working with BattleBox in like late January.
Yeah.
He went back starting then and watched every single
Wow.
episode because I would get the notification when he comments. And I'm like, what episode are you on? I look and I go, holy shit, you're already on 40. And then all of a sudden he's in the 20s, and I'm like, dude, good for you.
Bro.
He knows
has-
us better than we know each other.
I apologize for the first 20 episodes, but you're still finding our footing.
It's like season 1 of The Office. It's like slow. You should just watch season 2. You'll appreciate season 1 once you finish the series.
From Lance Airsoft, I feel like Dick character should have a list or bingo card of all the in-game laws and try to break every single one at least once.
That would be a fun challenge. like my whole goal is just to break every single law.
and not get caught.
We should definitely do bingo cards for that.
The thing is, Dick isn't Dick unless he's breaking rules.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And it's like
you don't want to break rules. The laws mean nothing.
being Dick for that LARP game, if I'm only breaking laws, would just suck. Everybody would know within 5 minutes, like, fuck this guy, you know, like, fuck the fucking Dick.
You
They would just shoot me on sight whenever I show up.
You wouldn't even get. You'd be like,
As soon
just
as he
get in
turns his
town.
eyebrow over.
Yeah.
You know, it's literally the town. You'd walk into town. You'd turn the corner, and everybody just be like, bah, 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 just like
It'll
just
be
blasting.
it'll be the purge. It's what everybody wants to do to shitters in real life, but they don't do it in real life because we still have civilization. In the LARP game, you could be whoever you want to be. You can shoot shitters. In the LARP game, shitters can be damned and go to hell.
That's funny.
Dick would just get. I would be in jail the whole time. I want to like.
You would never get to play the game.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Scotty Snipes. Zulu 24 podcast has way too much censorship in general. It has just enough.
Yeah.
$5.99 a month.
It has just enough censorship to make sure that we all don't get canceled. So get wrecked. Oh man, Anthony, you know what time it is?
I said quap on the last episode and they
Oh.
bleeped it out. Is that really what you want to hear?
Quapped.
I said I don't give a flicking quap. Widowy.
What do we?
I don't give a frickin'.
What time is it? What time is it?
Is it?
We did Is It Normie?
I know.
Well, I think that's
Yes, because it is time to get out of here.
That's the stuff.
the stuff.
All right. Well,
All right, remember, please like and subscribe. It helps us out
and
tremendously.
comment.
And comment, sure. Whatever.
You got to engage. It's engagement media. This is engagement.
Yeah, and follow Zulu24, Zulu Outdoor, Anzac Airsoft Studios, and the Snack Bar
And Team
on
Fart.
Instagram.
There you go.
And team_FART. It's a
And
giant whoopee cushion.
Team Fart.
Yeah.
Just
For all the times that we've had Rich on, we've never asked him if he wants to shout out his own social
No,
media.
and I haven't posted in a while, and I actually, it's me and Dave who played, well, a different Dave, one of the guys from my old team, and I said, let me post, and I got the photos yesterday. I need to post.
And subscribe to Richie Bricks.
you know, when
I
it
don't
comes
have
out.
that.
Yeah.
Whenever that comes out, yeah.
It's all bricked up. Come on.
I do have to
bricked
show.
up
I would
brick.
love to. I would love to put B-roll of what my Lego room looks like right now. Because did I show you guys what it looks like now?
No.
Oh, I'll have to show you after the fact. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. The reaction on screen. I don't know if you want a reaction on screen. We could do that.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Let's see all bricked up's set.
All the other kids.
You
with
should
the
make
bricked
the
up
YouTube
rich
channel now.
run.
That way you can secure the name.
That's me walking into the room.
Brother.
And then make sure
Here,
when
Anthony,
done, you
you're
send that
missing
to me on
how I walk.
Brother. Yeah, you've got your set. Dude.
Did you watch the Lego movie?
Yeah, I actually did. Yeah.
You know when they kind of broke out of the Lego
shit.
world and they showed like the actual room where the Legos were in?
Yeah.
This is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, to a certain degree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the Game Boy?
Yeah,
Do
the
you-
Game
do
Boy.
you have-
I have a Sega Genesis controller that's made one.
Where's the cassette tape?
It's right behind that. It's behind over there. The one that you got me. Yeah.
You got
Right-
nice
right there,
floors
Chris.
in your house.
Yeah, it's the Brazilian hardwood floors.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Looking
the landlord's a flooring guy. So
It's fucking awesome.
Do me a favor, just send me that on Signal.
yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right. And with that, good night. God bless. We're out.
Out.
Perfect.
Download the app.